yeah. Coming in, yeah. Flex, I just wanna win, yeah. LA baby, who we running with, yeah. 2, 2, 3, 3, I'm on 10 again, yeah. State your name, been dope on flame. I just switched the lanes. Damn, he did it again. I just flipped the pain. Stripping and dipping in bass, slab on everything. Swimming, you sinking away, cause I got big racks coming. I put my low racks on it. I ain't skip past losses, I had to get back off it. See the fit lab on it until they whip my coffin. Money clip, I tossed it. I heard it's big bags on big bags on big bags coming. Coming in, yeah. Flex, I just wanna win, yeah. LA baby, who we running with, yeah. 2, 2, 3, 3, I'm on 10 again. Pump up the action. I'm active. If he never heard of Ben Dope, he just napping. Jackson's off the rapping. Keep it on my body, I'm broke if you asking. Don't gotta sell him, most Cialis flawless. Broken whistles longer than it's foreign. Heard you want it cause he is enormous. What's since she is a gorgeous. Live my life, last name of Morgan Freeman. Trying to touch a forest. Do not know we're knocking on the door. This came in, I came in. Did it like the Porsches humming in. Yeah, flex, I just wanna win. Yeah, LA baby, who we running with. Yeah, 2, 2, 3, 3, I'm on 10 again. Okay, alright. Coming in, yeah, flex, I just wanna win. Yeah, LA baby, who we running with. Yeah, 2, 2, 3, 3, I'm on 10.
Hey, how y'all doing? You should come in 1 second. How everybody doing today? Make sure when y'all come in the room, smash that like button. Smash Lisa like button.
Yeah. Coming in, yeah. Flex, I just wanna win. Yeah. LA baby, who we running with. Yeah. 2, 2, 3, 3, I'm on 10 again. Yeah. State your name. Been dope on flame. I just switched the lanes. Damn, he did it again. I just flipped the pain. Stripping and dipping in bass, slab on everything. Swimming, you sinking away, cause I got big racks coming. I put my low racks on it. I ain't skip past losses, I had to get back off it. See the fit lab on it until they whip my coffin. Money clip, I tossed it. I heard it's big bags on big bags on big bags coming. Coming in, yeah. Flex, I just wanna win. Yeah. LA baby, who we running.
What's up, Madeline? What's up, Purple? What's up, Gwen? What's up, Love Muffin? What's up, Leilani, Shamita?
If he never heard of Ben Dope, he just napped.
Stephanie, Beverly.
Keep it on my body, I'm broke if you.
Please share the live stream. Share this live stream, everybody. Share it. Share it to your social media. Lisa coming.
Morgan Freeman trying to touch a forest. Do not know we're knocking on the door. This came in, I came in. Did it like the Porsches humming in. Yeah, flex. I just wanna win.
Share the live stream, y'all.
LA baby, who we running with. Yeah, 2, 2, 3, 3, I'm on 10 again. Okay, alright. Coming in, yeah, flex. I just wanna win. Yeah, LA baby, who we running with. Yeah, 2, 2, 3, 3, I'm on 10. Yeah, flex. I just wanna win. Yeah, LA baby, who we running with.
I thought you were still over there.
2, 2, 3, 3, I'm on 10 again.
Over there?
Yeah, state your name. Been dope on flame. I just switched the lanes.
Huh?
Damn, he did it again. I just flipped the pain. Stripping and dipping in bass, slab on everything. Swimming, you sinking away, cause I got big racks coming. I put my low racks.
So they gave you some extra.
Past losses, I had to get back off it.
I said, they show you the order.
Until they whip my coffin. Money clip, I tossed it. I heard it's big bags on big bags on big bags coming in. Yeah.
Oh, hell nah.
LA baby,
alright, good.
Yeah. 2, 2, 3, 3, I'm on 10 again. Pump up the action. I'm active. If he never heard of Ben Dope, he just napping. Jackson's.
Hey, y'all.
Off the rapping. Keep it on my body. I'm broke if you asking. Don't gotta sell him, most Cialis flawless.
Why don't you come from a hey, y'all. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Name of Morgan Freeman trying to touch a forest.
happened, y'all? We lost these things.
Hey, y'all, I touched stuff. My turn. She touching buttons, y'all. That was her. Not me. I didn't do it this time. I didn't do it. Baby, why I'm so bright?
Touchy.
It was her this time. I'm trying to figure out why she got so much light on. Nothing. Goodbye. Give me a kiss. Good luck. Ew. I'm trying to figure out what she. I'm lit up. I'm like a Christmas tree. Hello. 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 Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Hey y'all. Hey y'all. I hope everybody is having a good weekend. I hope that our new normal is becoming a little more normal. What the hell was I putting chapstick on? I was chapstick in my eyebrows. You get older, your lips start going away. Shit, what was I putting on? I looked and said, shit, I got chapstick all in my nose. The hell's wrong with me? Yeah, let me tell y'all something. You don't notice how much this has nothing to do with the topic at hand and just some real talk. You never notice how much you do to yourself till you no longer doing it to yourself on a regular basis. You know what I'm saying? I got up one morning, my eyebrows looked like I'd been fighting. My eyebrows looked like they just was fighting while I was sleeping. It was over here, it wouldn't come down. I couldn't lick it down. I could spit, wasn't gonna help it. Mascara, nothing. This out. I said, is this what happens? Hey, Casey, is this what it happens? You see those little old men? Y'all know what I'm talking about. The little cute great granddaddies and granddaddies. You know what I'm talking about? And they eyebrows be going like 13 different directions. And they just be like, fuck it, because they like 80 years old and they don't care. Is this when it starts? Because I couldn't water, nothing. I was about to get some of that Gorilla Snot gel and put it on my eyebrows, see if that'll help.
Ooh, that would been itchy.
My shit been stuck for a minute.
Crunchy. Ooh.
Yeah, guys. Crunchy. I ain't gonna lie. I had to find something because as y'all can see, I got my hair. Yeah, why comb my hair? What's the point? To just comb my hair to go from the bed to the chair to the couch to the kitchen table to the kitchen. Why would I comb my hair for that? You never realized how much you actually do. You know, we think that we're because I don't wear makeup, I don't think I do a lot, but I realize I do quite a bit. You know, I throw a little mascara on so y'all can see that I actually have eyelashes. You know, you don't realize how much you do to yourself until you don't have to do nothing to yourself. You be like, what happened? Guess what? What, Casey? Hey, y'all. Hey, Asia. Hey, everybody. I hope we are having a beautiful, wonderful weekend. I hope we are getting in sync with our new normal. I hope we are not rushing back out because people say that you can. Because I done seen some stuff today. I'm like, really? Is that really? That's what we doing now? We don't. It's not even about social distancing. I don't want people up on me before this. I had a personal space bubble long before this happened. It's like just because somebody said you should stay 6 feet apart, now people want to be up on people. No, I'm good. I mean, let me tell y'all something. I never thought I would miss my job. Let me start by saying that. I never thought I would miss Buffalo Wild Wings. I never thought I'd miss the little customers. I know I miss some of my coworkers because they're my babies. Some mama, you know. But I never thought I would actually miss the working part. So yes, I missed the working part. However, I have a wife that has asthma, a 15-year-old son, a daughter that's a nurse, and me that has heart issues. I'm not rushing back out for shit. I have come to find out that Amazon and everybody will deliver it to my house if I just ask them nicely and pay them a little fee. Who knew? And I can still sneak out to Walmart every now and again. Y'all know I'm addicted to Walmart. It's much like heroin, except I won't die and itch and, you know, look like a crackhead. But I can go every now. I went the other day, so we can do our bathroom. It's wonderful. You gotta be yes, Casey. Go with it. Everybody put them hands together for Casey Clark. Look at this GPA. Let's do this. Let us get these babies and let's get these grown people, me included, out of this college situation. Yes, Asia, I did get your email because that is what we're going to speak upon today. I'm trying to let people kind of get into the room before we start on that. Just talk because that's kind of a serious subject, and recently it's been reamped up. You know what I'm saying? Things have been starting over again. It looked like it was calming down. You turned 30. You found a gray hair almost died. I would throw some at. She said she found one gray hair and almost died. I would. I found a gray hair when I was 15. I've been old a long time. You know.
Just ignore it, Casey. It'll go away.
What that? Oh, the gray hair? Let me tell you, don't listen to Leilani because what she's doing is setting it up for failure. She's setting you up for failure because what's going to happen is you want to find that one, and in a couple years, it's going to be 4. A couple more years, it's going to be 12. And I would take this stuff off my head, but as you hold on, let me see. I think you can see one side. Hold on. Oh, yeah, right there. You see that? Oh, wrong side. You know, it's messed up. I don't even know what you. Woo! You see all that? Yeah. Yeah. Great.
Just don't pull it out, Casey. Whatever you do, leave it alone.
Yeah. Look.
Just leave it alone. Don't pull it out. Don't cut it. Don't shave it.
Shit. Hey Raylo, there's nothing wrong with gray hair. Matter of fact, as soon as all this get gray, I'm just gonna let it be gray and tint it pink one day, purple next. You never know. So much you can do with it. I wear my gray hair. I ain't even bad. No, baby, it's not a little gray on both sides. If I take this thing off, my whole head look like it's bad.
I want mine the salt and pepper.
And make it so bad. It's like really salty up here and peppery in the back. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Star.
I always wanted that streak, like my granny had. She had that white streak that came up here, and her hair was all solid black.
I ain't mad. I do think that's kind of sexy. That's
what I always wanted.
Hey, I ain't mad at you, Raylo. I got my first gray hair in high school. I was 15, 14 years old. So these grays have been. I've been working on these grays for a minute. But all right, so the topic today is the violence must stop. And before I start taking questions or comments, Raylo said after 40, I went bald. I don't have that right now, Raylo. Every now and again, I get up and I want like patches of hair on the pillow so I have a reason to go, baby, look, it's falling out. Can I cut it now? Still be stuck to my head.
Still gonna say no.
Walking around here looking like I stuck my hand in a socket because I ass want like long hair, but I have one string of long hair like right here, and patches and shit off. I think I'm gonna set my hair on fire accidentally on purpose.
It'll be like it's beautiful. It's all long on that side. It's great.
Yeah, she be like, you ain't gotta worry about that. That little spot right there. You ain't got about time to put 2 boxes no more. Oh, that would be hilarious. Baby, my hair caught on fire. I gotta get it cut. She no, just cut that fire part.
Just trim that over there. Now you got a new style going on.
Decoration. It goes with it. It's okay. Shut up. It's not okay. Nothing's okay. All right, I'm laughing. Michael had a Jerry curl. Y'all know how flammable that shit was. Y'all have any idea how flammable Jerry curls were? And you have any idea how many couches been messed up and pillows been messed up because of Jerry curl juice? You got somebody sitting on your couch and get up and you got a whole head shape on your shit. You be like, don't date nobody with a Jerry curl. Hey, Vicky. Won't date nobody with a Jerry curl. You're not sleeping in my bed like that. Hey, Ronnie. She listen to Michael now.
Hey,
So,
hey, Purple.
I will say that I am one of the few people in the entire universe. Yes, curl juice was just disgusting, and it was stanky. And when they got their perm, when they got the Jerry curl perm shit was so stanky. Just walking around smelling like old ass eggs and collard greens 3 weeks later. It was a mess. And they want to come up on you talking about, hey girl, if you don't get back from me before I set your ass on fire, Michael, go away. Woo! I'm just saying. Now I'm laughing right now, but the topic is serious. And thank you, Ronnie. And I'm gonna tell you what. Before I go to the panel and before I go to anybody, speaking of that, let me put the little thing up so you guys can. If anybody wants to get on the panel, just let me know and click that little link right there and hop on and we'll do this thing. You know what I'm saying? The topic is violence must stop. And I wanted to have it a little more, I don't know what the word I'm looking for is, but it's the killing must stop. And here's why. I am passionate about this subject because I have a 15-year-old young man, a young man of color. And he lives in a world where every day on his Facebook or Instagram, or if the news should happen to pop up, or a suggested video on YouTube about some young man or young woman of color, not just Black, but person of color, is killed at a traffic stop, in their home, by a stranger who takes the law into their own hands. And I don't want it to make it just racial, but it is racial. I'm sorry. Sometimes we can't tiptoe over subjects because we feel as though we're going to hurt someone's feelings. I don't care about your feelings because guess what? You can get over your hurt feelings. You don't get over being dead. Parents don't get over burying their children. Children don't get over crying over their parents' graves. Friends don't get over seeing their loved ones killed for no reason. Now, I'm going to say this. I am not talking about somebody who needs to die. If anybody ever hear me, know that I believe I have no problem with the police. I will call 911 in a heartbeat. And I believe that 99% of the police do the job that they are paid to do. I believe that these young men and young women and old men, some of them old, get up every day, put their uniform on, and go out here to protect and serve the community. However, the problem is never the majority. It is never the majority. The problem is the minority. It is that small amount, that small, insignificant seeming amount of people, because what they do is they don't just write you a ticket. They don't just break your tail light. They take lives. And that's why it seems like it's all of them, but it's not. So to all the police officers, sheriffs, the people that work for the federal agencies that do a job every day that realistically does put these young men and these young women and these men and these women in the line of fire every day. I salute you. I thank you. And I appreciate you doing your job. My problem is not you. My problems are those that is not their job. In February, a young black man was running down the street, middle of the street. Let me tell you something. I have seen people steal out of people's houses. I have seen people. Didn't know I was watching a crime till after it was over with. And most criminals don't run down the middle of the street. They run through the yard, they run through the back, they stay out the way. Young man running. And you see a video of a young man being hunted down because that's what it looks like. Regardless of whether or not that was what the thought process was in their mind, but what it looked like, the perception was that this young man, did you saw what I wrote?
Yeah.
Okay. That this young man was hunted down by people who felt it was their duty to protect a building that wasn't through building. That was a construction site. They felt it necessary. And in doing so, this young man lost his life. This was February when this happened. These people were not arrested until this month. So for 2 months, they sat around thinking that it was okay. Shoot. Let's get our guns, get in the trunk, and the next time we see somebody of color who doesn't look like they belong in our neighborhood running down the street, we got away with this one, so, we good. And trust me, had the video not been leaked, they still would be sitting at home. I'm sorry, that just is what it is. A young lady was sleeping in her bed. Sleeping. Something I do, some of y'all do. Look around, we all sleep. If you come in my house in the middle of the night, bust down my door, and on my and next to my bed is my gun, I'm shooting. I'm sorry, I ain't shooting you. That mean I hit you, shit, come sleep. But I'm shooting in your direction because I don't know who the hell you are. This young lady was sleeping and she was shot 8 times. She was an EMT on a no-knock warrant on the wrong house, looking for somebody who had already been rearrested. But that's okay because it was the police. It's okay. It's their job to do that. I don't know what it will take for the collective to decide that this is unacceptable on all levels. It is unacceptable on all levels. You do not take your gun and follow somebody down the street because they looked at a house being built. Because maybe somebody stole something at some point somewhere. You do not bust down a door and come in the house and not say police. Come on now. How many people have watched Cops and the first 48 and all other cop shows, and the first thing you hear is police, police. First thing they say, police coming in. You come in the house. And now this young man has lost his fiance. I think it was his fiance. And because he shot at people that had busted down his door that he did not know were the police, he has now had several charges leveled against him. I don't care what your ethnicity is. This is unacceptable. This is not right. And it is racial. We have to stop tiptoeing around that shit because people don't want to hear that. But there is a disparity in how white people and people of color are treated by the police. There is a huge disparity. It just is. Yes, it was self-defense. However, just like it's Lori's life, they were well within their rights to shoot this young lady 8 times because they were the police. They still charged him. He's still in jail, being charged with all that stuff. Now it's up to the lawyers and everything to get all that stuff squared away. And he may not get charged because at the end of the day, we never see that part. Think about what I'm telling you guys. When it doesn't come out in the police favor, when it doesn't come out that the police were correct, that the police were right, we don't hear about it. We don't hear about it. I am scared of my son growing up and hanging out with his friends. I am. Because there are parents who do not have their sons and their daughters tonight because they were black and outside. Period. That's it. Not because they were robbing anybody, not because they were hurting anybody, not because they were committing a crime, not because they were doing anything wrong, but because they left their house and they were not white. It's nothing wrong with noticing that there is a difference when it comes to black people and white people and certain things, because there's some stuff that's black folk stuff, some white folk stuff. It is. It always has been. It always has been. Now I'm gonna give you something. Think about it. Let's think about it. If they talking on TV, when the sniper, anybody from DC, Virginia, this little area where the DC sniper came around, when the sniper came up, before they figured out who it was, when they were profiling and everything, what's the first thing you thought of when somebody said it was a sniper?
Somebody white.
Somebody white. That's white folks stuff. We don't do that. And when the black face popped on the TV, we were shocked as hell. We was like, oh shit. When they talk about serial killers, when they say, oh, a suspected serial killer killing all the people on the strip, first thing you think of?
White.
Stuff.
You think of white man, in fact, white man.
It's a white man stuff. Now, you hear about people fighting at the mall. First thing you think of? Some black folks stuff.
Hood people.
No, they in there fighting at the mall. First thing you hear people fighting in the mall. First thing you think of. When you hear gang violence, when you hear it's associated with a gang, you don't think of no white people. It do not cross my mind that there is a white blood or crip. It does not cross my mind. I'm not looking sideways at no white boys. I'm just not. And there's nothing wrong with that. But we have to be able to say that. Because if you look at it side by side, hey, Lady J, if you look at it side by side, the amount of young white men killed by the police as opposed to the amount of young black men killed by the police. If you look at the amount of young white ladies, women killed by the police as opposed to black women killed by the police, there is a disparity, and it is huge. I would like for y'all to name 2 cases where you were up in arms about some police officer shooting some little white boy at a traffic stop. Just one case. Anybody? I would like for you to tell me the one story where a young white woman was killed in her own home, looking out her own window because somebody was walking in her backyard. Just one. Just one. And you know, I don't know what we can do. I don't know what can ever be done unless we as a people, all of us get together and let them know that this is unacceptable. I should not have to give my son an entirely different speech. Hey, Casey. I should not have to give him a speech on keep your hands up, say yes sir, no sir, don't argue with the police, do what he say do, when I know that's not right. Number one, my beautiful people, know your rights. The laws are different in every city and every state in this country. Know your rights. Know your rights. Know what you have to do and what you don't have to do. Know who you have to talk to and who you don't have to talk to. If you're not doing anything, don't argue with him. Just give him your shit. If you ain't doing nothing, don't argue with him. If you're running from the police, you know shit gonna happen. Know your rights. And be mad. Take a stand. I have so many beautiful young men and women of color that I love, that I do not want to see at the end of a bullet, because I promise you, there's no coming back from dead. Now, I watch a whole lot of scary shit. I watch a whole lot of paranormal shit, but I promise you, not one real person has came back from dead. There's no coming back. And the people that are doing it should understand that. You should not want that shit on your spirit. You should not want the fact that you shot into a house where you didn't know there were kids. Just so happened you killed an adult. Well, what about the 5-year-old who was laying on her couch and was shot in the head? You as a police officer, you as a human being should not want that shit on your spirit, that you have killed somebody just because you could and you could get away with it. The protesters who have been on the states, on the steps of the state capitals with automatic weapons, and there was a man walking around with a rocket launcher. What the fuck you need a rocket launcher for? Who is you mad at? It's like Wile E. Coyote and the damn Road Runner. Why is you walking around with a rocket launcher? But they did not lift one eyebrow. Not one. There was a white man walking around with a sword, cutting people. They shot him in the leg. There was a white dude walking around in a park with a gun. They talked him down. But you are scared of my son. You fear for your life with my daughter. And don't let my color fool you. My baby's a dog than me. I have nephews and cousins and nieces. I have children that have adopted me as their parents, that I would die if I had to look at them in a casket, because you shouldn't be a police officer. And the police officers, you should be mad with your coworkers. You should be mad that they got away with it. You should be upset. You should be upset. You should not be chiming along with them because you're one of them. Because guess what? They target you too when you're not in uniform. The only time you ain't black is when you're in the blue, baby. Because as soon as you pop out that uniform, you're just somebody else to shoot at. And if y'all think I'm wrong, Google it. Google black police officers who've been shot by their coworkers. Not just arrested, not just harassed, but shot. Oh, that's our air conditioner. Somebody said, no, Casey, can't hear you. Would you say something? Hold on, let me check and see if your mic. Hold on. Your mic not. Check your mic or turn it up. Say something, Leilani.
Something.
Very good.
It's because she got that earpiece ain't gonna work. StreamYards don't like that earpiece. That's why.
Oh, you got to take it off your earpiece, baby. But yes, I'm.
You might have to go out and come back in. StreamYards don't like earpieces for some reason.
I don't. Normally, we end up with some funny shit and laughing and joking. You know, real talk goes to the left really quick. But we're a joke to the world. You got third world countries that don't want to come here and get arrested. You got people that got jails that you would not put your worst enemy in. Don't want to be arrested here. Because at least they're alive in that ragged ass jail. Here you're going to die. Here, if you run a stoplight, you might get arrested. If you're sitting in the car and not driving, you might get arrested for moving violation. You're sitting in the car, somebody might come ask you, why the fuck is you sitting in the car? It's because of my car. But you can't say nothing because they got a badge. And the first thing people want to do in the comments and when you talk to them is, you should comply. Just do what they say. No. You have rights. Number one, if you're being arrested, shut up. Shut up. Shut up. If you are being arrested, shut the fuck up. Don't tell them your name. You're nothing. You're nothing. Tell them you would like to speak to an attorney, and that's all they got to say. I have nothing to say. I'm being arrested. Know your rights. Shut the fuck up. Yeah. Be quiet. Don't argue with the police because you're not going to win. And I wish somebody would just realize that. And it just all of a sudden we all get this collective, just like we decided that TikTok was funny. Let's decide that we're not going to win if we argue with the police. So let's not do it. You're not going to win. Period. So don't argue with them. Kill them with kindness. Don't argue with them. Don't go back and forth with them. Don't cuss at them, because guess what? In certain places, that can get you a ticket. If you're not doing anything wrong, you do not have to show them your ID. You don't have to tell them your name. And let me tell you why they're asking you your name, okay? The only reason a police officer is asking you your name is so they can run your name. That's it. So they can see if you have a reason for them to stop you. See, the police, and here's the thing, the police have to have a reason to stop you. You have to have extenuating circumstances to stop and search. You can't just stop somebody because today it's Saturday and you feel like you should stop 3 people. You can't do that. You have to have a reason, because the reality is if you arrest this person and this person goes down to jail, you have to be able to have something to arrest them for. You can't just arrest somebody. What's the charge? Arrest. There's no such thing as I'm gonna arrest you for arrest. Stop arguing with them. Stop it. Stop arguing. Stop getting attitude, because it does you a disservice. I know you want to. I know your chest hurting. I know your spirit is telling you to cuss this motherfucker out. but stop. Because at the end of the day, they're right and you're wrong until it is proven otherwise. So don't argue with them. And most of the time, because see, what I'm saying is, we're saying all this, but there's a fraction of the police officers that do this stuff. The only reason we know about it is because it's so loud. Do you understand that? The vocal minority is the reason that we are like this. Because it's so loud. When you take a life, that's loud. When you kill somebody because they might have robbed somebody at some point in their life, that's loud. When you kill somebody because they might have robbed somebody at some point in their life, say something. You're not Casey. Kill somebody. Turn the background down. Casey, turn the other say something.
Something.
There you go. You're not Casey. But you gotta turn. You got a window open because I can hear myself.
Something.
There you go. Okay. All right, yes, Brianna. You got a window open. That's yeah. Casey got a window. Well, for some reason, Casey other thing. There we go. I did. Okay. All
right. Well, I turned everything off. So.
Hold on. Let me see something.
Yeah, just mute, and then when she want to talk.
Yeah, let me know when you want to talk because some is giving feedback on your side.
Well, I turned everything off. So. Okay.
So just kind of put one finger up when you want to say something, and I'll pop it back on, and I won't say nothing. Yeah, let me. Yes, Asia is the reason for this topic. This topic is from Asia Mean, so everybody say thank you. I got noodles and you got noodles. Mine are flat. Yeah. The killing part is I can be killed one day. It's Casey. All right, here, Casey. Hold on. I'm coming, baby. I'm coming. All right, and go.
Okay. Is it better now?
Yeah.
Okay. I had you uploaded. I had you on another tab. Okay. My bad.
That's all right. You did. My friend got killed by a cop. I'm sorry, Valerie. Yes, Tanya, I know you have a temper. And here's the thing. I have a very bad temper. I do. A lot of y'all, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I have a very bad temper and I like to cuss. Y'all know that. And I have no problem asking people what the fuck they looking at, who the fuck you talking to, and all that. I have no problem with all that. Out loud where people can hear me. However, me and Leilani cussing each other out is irrelevant. We just two black women cussing each other out. Don't nobody give a fuck and don't bother nobody. Leilani was a cop and she stopped me for whatever reason, and I feel the need to cuss Leilani out. That's a whole different story. That's a whole different story. We have got to, I don't know how we can do it, and it probably won't ever happen, realistically. Because I've been trying to get all the young criminals to watch the first 48 so you know what the hell not to do. Clearly, it's playbook right there. Everything it tells you, everything the internet can tell you how to do everything, but you won't look that shit up. You'll look up some dumb shit.
Have y'all ever looked up First Amendment auditors on YouTube?
Have I? No.
So basically what it is, it's they have people that actually go out and basically they cop watch. So they'll pull up to scenes where cops are involved, where writing tickets, or they're going to public places like the Capitol, or they're going to different places that are public, that the public have a right to be in. And they'll basically, what they'll start doing is filming, and it's the First Amendment audit, and they basically hold cops accountable, because there's a lot of things that cops do that we would get in trouble for. Like, who's holding the cops accountable?
And that's the problem. Because we're hanging on to antiquated rules and regulations. These things have not been changed and updated as the times have changed and updated. And therein lies the problem. The carte blanche that police officers have had all this time, because I guess they're looking at it this way. These people put their life on the line every day, put on, to run out there. What is that?
Scary.
Oh. And I guess they give them more of a leeway on shit, but they don't understand times have changed. You have to update that shit. You have to do better. You have to have better entrance exam. These people, look here. Let me tell you something. The reality is everybody's different. Your opinions are your opinions, and how you feel about shit is how you feel about shit. However, if I know that I cannot not be biased in a certain situation, I wouldn't be a police officer. Because the reality is, and nobody can, and if somebody tells you, I don't see color, I don't see this, I don't see that, you're lying. You're fucking lying, and you lying to yourself first, and you lying to yourself so hard that it doesn't even matter if you see color or not, because you're stupid. You're lying. You do see color. You see color. You see ethnicity. You see the sex of somebody. You see the sexuality of somebody. You see all of that, and you make a snap decision on whether or not you're going to act right with this person. It is innate, and it is something you cannot control.
Yep.
You cannot control that. You see color.
Yep.
You say, look at them white folks over there. And they say, look at them black folks over there. It is what it is. It is what it is.
Yesterday I went to go buy some vodka, and
Drink.
I have my face mask on.
Uh-huh.
And one of the workers told me to pull down my face mask so she can identify me. I told her no. I said, that's something you need to take up with your president. Absolutely not. He told me to wear this face mask. I'm going to wear my face mask. Not only that, but allegedly, black people.
Actually, he didn't tell you to wear the face mask. He don't think it's real. It's a hoax. He didn't tell you that.
Right. Mind you, she had a face mask on. My first reaction was, well, you take off your face mask so I can make sure that you actually work here, so I can see that you have the right to be asking me.
Taking me for my money.
ID. Right.
What are you doing with my money?
And I told her, she said, well, it's a felony for me to sell to a minor. I said, well, you need to ask anybody in this store. Number one, I always go there. It's like I live in a small town in Arizona, so I always go there. I said, well, you're new, so you need to ask whoever you need to ask, that I always come here, and I'm of age. But I tell you this, I'm not taking off my face mask. You need to get a manager, period.
Now, here's the thing. How old are you, sweetie?
Me? I'm 30.
All right. I'm a bartender. So here's the thing. You come sit in my bar and we still have to wear masks. I'm going to make you lift your mask up. You look like a baby. I'm sorry.
I don't look like a baby.
You look like a baby.
No.
Like a baby.
No.
Like a baby. Your ass looks like a baby. You look like you go to school, my son. Sit your ass up, lift it. But here's the thing. I'm going to ask you, hey, baby, can you lift your mask so I can check your ID? See, here's the problem. Here lies the problem. People don't know how to talk to each other.
That too.
Shut up, baby. Don't know how to talk to each other. If you want somebody to do something, if you want me to do something, I am 53 years old. You want me to do something, please don't come at me like I'm a 16-year-old. I'm going to cuss your ass the fuck out. True. Don't come at me like you my master. Don't come at me like I'm a slave. Don't come at me like I'm a hooker. Come at me like I am a person.
True.
And I will do what you ask me to do within reason.
Right, but at the same time,
young lady, now let me ask you a question. Now think about it. Had the young lady said, hey, could you just lift your mask up so I can check your ID? Back up a little bit. Keep that 6 feet. Would you lift your mask? If I'd have said, hey, baby, lift your mask up. Let me see your ID. What you'd have did?
Okay.
And you'd have passed me your ID. The problem is she came at you wrong. And let me tell you something. I get that. Somebody come at me wrong. Even people I love. Ask my wife. If you come at me wrong and you hit that little space right here, I don't know what it is. I don't know what little demon psycho child that lives right here that don't like that got weird ears and hear shit that don't nobody else hear, but it's one. It lives right here.
What they want to hear.
Yeah, you know the one. You know what I'm talking about? That somebody can say the same thing to you, and then the third person say it a different way. You be like, bitch, who the fuck you talking to? You see what I'm saying? That's the person that lives right
True. Here. And I get her reasoning for her wanting me to pull down my face mask, but at the same time, I'm just like,
she didn't ask you right.
Who else have you asked to pull down their face mask?
That's irrelevant. Here's the thing: for number one, we got to stop worrying about what the fuck they do with other people.
True.
Because what they do with other people, she may have known. Let me ask you a question. I work at a bar, and I'm telling you this so that you won't feel picked on, so that you know when and when not to agree.
Okay.
Because if somebody come at you right, boop, here you go. Get your liquor, go get drunk. You come at me wrong, I'm gonna stop you. Even now, I'm gonna stop you because if she came at me wrong, I'm like, whoop, where your manager? Don't say nothing else.
Now, what happens, Miss Lisa, though? What happens if it took that one time for me pulling down my face mask to get sick? Because I'm a diabetic. So what happens?
Here's the thing. I'm gonna tell you this. Let me tell you something. So you understand. Coming from a place of love. If you know your ass ain't supposed to be outside, if you know that you have something that can exacerbate the situation that's going on outside, you couldn't order that liquor online?
I guess it's just like I'm tired of people asking me for my ID when I'm 30 years old.
But like, you can't be mad that you look good. Black don't come.
I am 42. I am 42. They still ask for mine. I'm happy to be
45.
You know, I'm cute.
I mean, sometimes I do say thank you for the compliment sometimes, but I'm just like,
you look like a baby.
Girl, just be happy like a child. Be happy that you're 30 years old and they still card you.
30 years old, baby. 30 years old. People was really pissed off that I didn't have no kids and I was 30. They like, you fucking lying, bitch. No, I'm not.
I've had some double takes.
They was mad.
I don't know if it's because I was a stud or if it's because I look so young, but I've had some. Hold on, let me see that again. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you, because here's the thing, baby. Here's the thing. There are times when you stand your ground.
You don't pick your battles.
My mama said something. I cover the ground I walk on. That means I say it, I stand behind it, I walk with it, and if I got to, I walk through it. But there are times when we had to shut the fuck up. There are times when we just had to go, whatever, boop, and come. I back my ass up my 6 feet.
True.
I back up. I'll be like, player, back up. Somebody was behind me. I'll back up, drop it down, hey, and keep on going.
I mean, if it came down to it, I would have done it. I told her to get a manager. She got a manager. The manager said I was fine. But if it would have came down to it, if it was really that serious, I would have, one, because I wanted it. Number one, because I wanted it. But then number two, like I think I told y'all before, my mom's a correctional officer. So I really don't try to give people a hard time. But at the same time, people that have authority over something that you do sometimes will truly misuse it completely. And I've even told my mom, she'll come home telling me stories like, oh, this inmate did this. I'm like, Mom, treat these people with respect. No matter what they did, they are still people at the end of the day. You can't.
But see, that's why I said, even your mother, we have predisposed, we are biased. We see color. True. We see your past.
True.
We see who you are. You are a stud.
True.
And the reality is, baby, you have, and a lot of us have, we start with minuses when we walk out the door.
Oh, yeah.
There are very few people that start with pluses when they walk out the door.
Oh, yeah.
Women, we start with a minus. Women of any color. And I'm not just saying black women or white women. I'm saying all women, because women across the board, across the world, are considered less than.
Yep.
So we start off with a minus. And then we add another one because we're black, or a person of color. Don't just have to be black.
Yep.
And then we add another one because we're gay.
Oh, yeah.
And then another one because you kind of look like you could be a dude, but you're not really a dude.
I've tried to explain this to people so many times. Absolutely, yeah.
But then we see your boobs, but then nowadays dude got boobs, so we don't know what I'm saying. We don't know whether you got man boobs or boob boobs.
What did DC say?
She said she ain't got no boobs
because she don't even have to wear. Okay, this ain't got nothing to do. Hold on. She can't hear me, y'all.
Right here, you better stop it.
Y'all ever seen them? Y'all ever seen them pictures of them 1 or 2 studs forget their girl and be outside with no shirt on?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, she got by with that. You know what I'm saying? But so we walk out the door with these negatives. We walk out the door with these things that are already attached to us. It is how we deal with them to whether we feel them as a minus or a negative in our life, because other people are going to give you that. Mm-hmm. It is what you do with that. Don't let that little girl bother you. That little girl probably thought you was cute. Play with me. Play with me. Play with. How many little? I'm gonna ask you a question and don't lie, because you look like you want to lie because of pictures. How many little girls and came at you sideways because they ain't know how to come at you front ways?
Yeah, true.
Okay.
True.
So I want you to pull your mask down because you cute, but I can't tell you that because I ain't really gay, but I could be gay, but I could.
No. Yeah, I went
you know
the other day I was
don't want to see what you look like, but this is my job. So how many times you had somebody, come at you kind of car, you be like, this is crazy.
No, the other day I was in Walmart and I went to the bathroom and there was a worker in there when I went to the bathroom. And then when I was bringing up the stuff with my mom, all of a sudden she had to come over there and make sure I rung something up because we were at self-serve. Mm-hmm. And I told my mom once she left, I was like, nothing never popped up. She didn't have to come over here. That was who I saw in the bathroom. And my mom's like, yeah, but she wasn't gay. I'm like, Mom, you don't understand.
See, older women, me and your mom are probably about the same age.
She's 52.
And I'm older than your mama. There you go.
52. And I tried to explain to her, like, Mom, no, she tried something, but
the reality is female women have a little more gender fluidity. They'll do a little more experimenting than men will do, especially nowadays.
Yeah.
When gender is up in the air, you know what I'm saying? Right. And it's a little more acceptable. At my age, you gotta understand, baby. Growing up, I did what I was supposed to do. I dated men, fell in love with men, had a baby, but I was never happy. And I was in a place, I was in small town in Alabama. So I did what I was supposed to do, and I was fine with that. But there was always something missing. And I didn't know what it was until I fell in love with somebody kind of looked like you. But here's my thing, and here's what people don't understand. Me falling in love with you, it could just be that I like you and no other girl in their whole world, or that's me. And see, if it had been I just like you, I wouldn't have pursued you, because see, at some point I'd have went back and I'd have hurt your feelings. But see, older us, my age, if you've never wanted a woman, then you don't understand that. So your mama doesn't understand how nowadays women have a little more gender fluidity,
or just openness, period. Because
even sexuality.
Yeah, because even back in the day, you might have wanted it, but I feel it was more constricted to where it was just like not even an option. That's how I feel. Right.
It wasn't. Gay. The reality is, it's always growing up, baby. Gay people were talked about, laughed about, and AIDS. Everybody had AIDS.
They thought you straight up had a mental problem.
Yeah, when I was growing up, all the gay people in my town, it's a very small town, were men, and they were married men. But you knew they had a boyfriend, or you knew they were doing freaking nasty stuff, or you knew all of a sudden Mr. Richard, who was 6'10" and 700 pounds, all of a sudden he was 6'10" and 3 pounds. Mm-hmm. So you know what I'm saying? So it just, as time adapted, as times changed, as people don't understand, when people don't know something, they fear it or they get mad.
Yeah.
So what you like I said, you're a pretty baby, but where you at, Arizona?
Yeah.
Hey, but 3 black people out there. What is she doing out there?
You better believe it. You better believe it. No, you don't.
That's why we need to move to Arizona, because she has asthma. Ain't no damn pollen out there because everything dead.
Yeah, exactly. That's why we moved out here because my mom, she has arthritis and fibromyalgia. So
And
in
the weather out
Washington,
there,
the cold
they
weather,
said Arizona is the beast.
yeah, it hurt her bones. So we moved out here, and
That's
the
good.
yeah.
All right, now I'm gonna answer Asia's question about Miss Brianna. The reality is, baby, much like anything, Brianna was what they consider collateral damage. And there, do you understand? I know I bounce back and forth, so if it look crazy,
No,
I'm crazy, but I bounce back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
Do you understand statistically they have an acceptable amount of collateral, i.e., dead people that ain't got nothing to do with the situation at hand? They have an acceptable amount of that. Are you hearing what I'm saying? It is acceptable to have somebody to be shot 8 times in their sleep because we were in pursuit of the law. Let me tell y'all something. I love the law. I really do. It is a cataclysmic fuck that people don't understand. I mean, there's so many ins and outs and twirls. A lawyer can have you spinning around, break dancing, doing ballet, doing tap all at the same time. You don't even know how the hell do none of it. That is how amazing and psychotic it is. They have laws that will allow criminals to get away with shit and put innocent people in jail. Yeah. They have, but see, here's the problem. There is not an oversight committee. There needs to be a federal oversight committee that each and every time a police officer discharges his firearm, he has to go in front of that committee, and he or she has to say why you decided to go the deadly route in a situation, because they do have non-lethal weapons. They have tasers, they have pepper spray, they have what's the little gun that they shoot out pellets and whatever it's called, you know, shoot the little shit out that's not bullets.
Mm-hmm. Anytime a police officer kills somebody or shoot at somebody, there should be a trial the same way there is if a person like me, you, or anybody else. Everyone should have a trial because police officers don't always have the proper reason. They're just people. Police officers are people.
But see, that's the problem. We have now given police officers this false sense of hierarchy. We've given them this false sense of superiority. We've given them this false sense of that they are, because you are destined to be a police officer by some amazing transformation. You now have no prejudice, no bias, no anything. You are an empty book that is just out here to fulfill the protect and serve that is emblazoned on the side of every police car.
Which is wrong. Yep. They're just people that make mistakes, that make conscious decisions, that do all that.
It is everywhere. It is everywhere. On every police car. Look at your police cars. Protect and serve. Now, there needs to be, if you discharge your firearm, you got to tell me why. And if you can't tell me why, you got to have another job. And if somebody died in the process, there has got to be more than you sit at your desk for a couple of weeks with pay.
Yeah.
You have got to not want to go to your handgun first.
There's this
first of all, Oscar Grant was killed because he said, I pulled the wrong weapon. I was going for my taser, and instead I got my sidearm. Now, I am not an expert. I am not an expert on damn anything. However, I have held a gun and a taser. They don't feel the same. Don't have the same weight. Don't have the same discharge. Just don't feel the same.
I had a Pop-Tart.
Rico, I put the thing up there. Rico. Oh.
Is on the live stream?
All right. So he said he shot him in the back because it was a mistake. Well, you should not be a police officer anymore. The young man who shot the woman in her house because he was in the wrong backyard.
Yeah.
You should not be a police officer anymore. I'm not saying go to jail. It may have been a mistake. Here, let me start this by saying this. Not every person killed by a police officer is maliciously killed by a police officer. Let me start by saying that. I have no idea what it's like to look down a barrel of a gun, to chase somebody who just got through killing somebody. I have no idea what it's like to every time I get to my job, I know that I may not make it home. And I don't believe that every police officer has maliciously killed somebody. I don't.
True.
I believe that there are accidents. I believe that they didn't mean to go that far. I even believe that some of them may have been scared. But that's your job. Learn how to do your job. If somebody is shooting at your ass, shoot back. I feel free to go get the shotgun, go get a Uzi. I don't give a shit what you shoot them at. I be up there with police officers. I'm like, do you know that they got a lot of bullets? Why the hell is they shooting at the police officers? And I be cheering the police officers on. I swear to God I do. Ain't gonna lie. As much as I love my son, and sometimes I be like, why didn't you shoot him some more?
Yeah.
So it's not cut and dry. It is not an absolute on either side, because at the end of the day, if something happens to any of us, the first thing we think about calling is 911. However, I shouldn't be scared that if I call 911, somebody might come in here and shoot my wife because she's standing there. Come on.
I'm about to get that.
Yeah.
So I have a question, Lisa.
Yes.
So then what do you think about the death penalty?
Here's the thing with death penalty. I don't have a problem with it. However, I think that you should really, what's the word I'm trying to like?
Big word. Big word.
No, it ain't no big word. I don't think a big word go with this. I know some big words, but I don't know if a big word go with this part that I want. Here's the thing. Y'all ever paid any attention to me? I'm slightly crazy. You got shot by a cop. Oh, Raylo, I'm sorry, baby. I think that the death penalty should be, I think that it should be on the table because some people need to see their life. However, I think that if there is any possibility that they are not guilty of the crime that they've been that they've been charged with, and that they've been accused of, and that they've been found guilty of, and that they've been given a death penalty for, I think that if there's any shadow, if there's even this much doubt that they did it, I think that there should, here's the thing, I think that there should be a nonpartisan, non-party, non-police, non-something that is over everybody that has power to kill somebody. You understand what I'm saying? So if you kill somebody, you got convicted, tried, and murder in the first degree, and now your sentence is the death penalty. However, if 5 years from now somebody says, well, that's not the right DNA, or this girl wasn't even in the state, or whatever, I think that it should stop your death penalty.
But what if it's already done?
But that's why. Well, see, there's a catch-22. I don't know. Think about it. Okay, your mom works at a jail, correct?
Yeah.
Your mom gets killed in that jail by one of the inmates, and the person gets convicted of first-degree murder and gets convicted and gets the death penalty. Are you gonna be mad when that person dies?
I won't be mad, but I don't know. I feel like the death penalty is two wrongs don't make a right. Yeah, they should rot in jail. I think they should spend their natural born lives, the rest in jail, never been able to get out. But how am I? There's more than one way to kill somebody. There's more than shooting.
Yes.
There's more than death penalty. There, you know what I'm saying? So it's
I
just
think
like
that should be the last punishment. Let me tell you who should have the death penalty. Ted Bundy should have got the death. He was never gonna stop killing people. He would not give a fuck, and he was not gonna be redeemable. And he killed a bunch of people, and he did freaking. We should go. I think Jeffrey Dahmer, he just happened to be in a state that didn't have the death penalty. I think Jeff should have got it. I think all the
people they deserve the death penalty.
But he didn't. No, he was in a state that didn't have death.
Look, I think I've told you guys before. My ex, I hate to say my ex, but my girlfriend, my ex, she was murdered, and the dude only got 10 years.
Because see, here's what we don't understand. You gotta understand about murder.
People died though.
Here's what you gotta understand. It doesn't go across the board. Every death, every murder is not a death penalty case.
Okay, so what if it wasn't a life for a life? What if it was rape or solicitation or?
I ain't trying to be funny. I think if you rape somebody, I think that should be your punishment.
Is death, Miss Lisa?
No, I said no. I think you rape somebody, rape should be a punishment.
No, she said rape would be the punishment. If you rape somebody, you get raped.
Somebody. Rape should be your punishment. I think you need to know. Here's the thing.
Damn, y'all.
But see, let me tell you something, baby. If you've never been assaulted in that way, you don't understand that realistically, there are times when rape, that death is you don't understand how many of these women and men who have been assaulted, who've been raped, who death is the only option for them. They look in the mirror every morning and they see you have done worse to them than you had to kill them, because now this person is living with the fact that the one thing that should have been theirs and theirs alone for them to give to who they want to give it to was taken from them, and they see that every day. And it's
I've definitely been there, especially as a gay stud. Like, a lot of people don't realize how many men prey upon gay studs. I've definitely been there, but
and if you, and I'm gonna ask you a question, if I'm not gonna lie, if it was me and I had the ability to take somebody's life for just assaulting me, they'd have been dead. I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. I was not going, just because you didn't kill me, I shouldn't kill you. No, you took something from me that I can't get back. You took something from me that I can't even give away. You don't.
But see, at the same time, in my mentality, I'm thinking like death is an escape to me.
Well, death is not a punishment. I don't think it's a punishment.
Exactly. You get to before you pass away, you get to ask for forgiveness and go on to a better life than all of us even have right now. I'd rather you sit there and think about it and get old and get Parkinson's and dementia and all this other stuff.
But
and then pass
what
away.
about this, baby? Think about it. Most of the time, think about it. They don't give a shit. No matter how long they live.
They're not thinking about it. They don't care.
They're not thinking about it. They don't care.
They thinking about, how can I get out of here so I can go do it again.
Do it again. I'm not talking about somebody who got in a fight and somebody died. I'm not talking about you walking in on your girlfriend snapping and killing both of them. You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking about you and your kids in here arguing. You push one and they hit their head and they die. I'm not talking about that. See, those people need to have a sentence because they didn't mean for that to happen. Because of their actions, somebody died. So that person will sit in jail and think about it and marinate on it and realize they have somebody's life on their spirit and on their soul. I'm talking about the people who kill you for your tennis shoes. They don't give a shit about how long they sit in jail, because what's happening is them and their homies are trying to figure out some new shit to do. The reality is that a criminal, I'm not talking about somebody who committed one crime, got caught in jail. I'm talking about criminal. That is what they do. That is who they are. And that's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Like child predators, a child predator will never say they did anything wrong. I love kids. I would never hurt a kid. I love kids. I wouldn't do anything to hurt a kid. But having sex with kids is not hurt. That hurts.
To them,
they don't love you back. They don't like that.
What's it
that
called?
Don't feel good. And they sit in jail like, I don't know why you arrested me. All I did was love a kid.
And see, my mom, she was a special ed teacher and a computer teacher before she was an officer.
Mm-hmm.
So she feels this. She feels the same way. She tells me all the time. She thinks that like pedophiles should get the death penalty. And I'm just, I don't know. It's just something.
And here's why.
I don't know if it's because I'm an Aquarius and I'm all about life and love
and peace and happiness and hippie. Baby, I'm a hippie old school. I was born in '67. Truthfully, when people pick the killing parties, people think I'm lying. When I was born, my birth was illegal. My dad is white, my mom is black. And the civil rights thing had not kicked in yet. So I was still against the law. My mama got put out of the Marines because my daddy was white.
Yeah, damn.
So hear me when I tell you, I understand what the reality is that a criminal, that is what they do. You can sit them in jail for 1 billion years, and on 1,000,001, they're gonna get out and do the same thing because that is not the thought process. Is not, oh shit, oh man, they died. The thought process is
a psychopath is a psychopath, and they will always be a psychopath. There's no kind of person there. There's nothing that makes them feel bad.
And I'm about to tell you something. Pedophiles and child molesters are different. Them two different things. A child molester know they doing wrong. A child molester has a wife, has a husband, has kids, and they know they're messing with these babies. A pedophile, however, I forget what it's called. They got a whole situation talking about children are sexual beings, and just like a gay person wants a person of the same sex,
right.
A heterosexual person wants a person of the opposite sex. A pedophile wants somebody under a certain age. There's no choice in that.
To love them like an adult.
Just so they can love them. Yes.
They don't have wives. Pedophiles don't have wives. They don't have husbands. They don't even have kids. If they do have kids, they're having kids so they can have kids.
Mm-hmm.
See, here's the thing. There are levels to this too. Just like I was saying with the police, what started this? There are levels to that. 99% of the police I will call every day, all day. I get pulled over. I say, yes, sir, no, sir, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, my shit, and go on about my business. If I know I'm doing some shit I ain't got no business doing, or I know I don't need to be pulled over because I got some shit that I don't want nobody to do, yes, sir. Get your ass out.
Yeah.
Or I make sure I follow every rule. I be so 10 to 2 on the, you know what I'm saying? If you're doing some shit, but if you out there and know you got warrant, know your name ain't right.
Karen, that's a bad thing, though. That's not a good reason. They get 6 months only because they didn't know it was wrong. But it is wrong, so they should stay in there forever because they don't know it's wrong. They should never get out since they don't know.
If somebody doesn't think what they're doing is wrong, no amount of time is going to change that. No amount of time was going to make Ted Bundy not be who he was. He didn't think anything he did was wrong. He didn't think any woman he killed, that was their destiny to die by his hand. He did not think any corpse he mutilated and went back later on and found out he was also a necrophiliac. None of that was wrong to him. There's an Ed Kemper.
Ted Bundy was crazy.
No, Ed Kemper is still in jail. Serial killer. I forget how many he killed. He's a huge man. They say he's like 6'7", 300-400 pounds, but he's a very quiet man. I forget how many people he killed. Even the people in jail They like him because when he ain't trying to kill you, they say he can be very personal.
When he's not trying to kill
Is
you.
that the one that dressed up like a clown?
No, not him. He dead. They got him. No. That's what's the clown man name? He was burying people up under his mama house. You know he was. You know, but there are black serial killers. We got it in Cleveland, Ohio. He was there. They had the people thinking that it was the sausage company stinking, and then his ass had people buried in his house.
Yeah, that you know what? That man ain't too far from me.
Oh, which one?
When I moved up, was it Sowell?
Yeah.
He killed all of my crackheads.
He did. First of all,
that was nasty.
Wait a minute, slow down. You got a crackhead count, Rico? The crackhead. John Wayne Gacy. Now,
I'm not trying to be funny though, but that's what they were.
You know, but you got to count your crackhead. But that's it.
I mean, well, I'm not trying to be funny though, Aunt Lisa. But that's what it was. When I moved over here, I did not know who this guy was, and they said he killed a lot of crackheads.
He did. He killed crackheads.
There was only one. It was one who got away, and that's how they found out. But all the smell, that smell on the street.
Yes, they said
they thought it was the
business. Because the people were saying that his business was causing the smell. He was a meat factory, a factory, some shit. And but that's an anomaly. Like we were talking about earlier, something white folks stuff, something black folks stuff. How many people you see on World Star? How many white people you see on World Star?
Yeah.
That ain't their stuff. That's not their stuff. And every now and again, you see one random white girl just in a sea of black. And every now and again, maybe it's a white boy. Can't tell. It's just one. You never know. It's too far away. But that's not their stuff. Serial killing ain't our stuff.
Not it's too far away.
Because you know what? I ain't trying to be funny. World Star has the worst cameras. But you know the best, but they had the best goddamn commentary.
Yeah.
Motherfucker taking the picture. Can't camera for shit for the fight. But he talking some crap. Look at it. Look at titty and popped out. Wow. Or they laughing about it. So
yeah.
But at the moment, see, the thing about it is, when I talk about violence against my people of color and my young people, I'm not just talking about police officers. I'm talking about my violence across the board. I'm talking about young girls. Somebody said it up here. Young girls are being snatched from their home, from parks, from malls, from grocery stores, so that they can be sex trafficked, so that they can be sold like property. Like I said, when I was telling you earlier, Casey, about the negatives you have when you walk out the door. Women already start with the negative that they don't think of us as actual beings. We are things to be used, to be passed around, to be ignored.
When I saw my dad, when I came out to my dad, he's in the military, and he told me basically, you know, I'm gonna love you no matter what. But realize when you go out into the world, that's just one more thing they're gonna add on to judge you and treat you and all that stuff about. So it definitely is. It definitely is true. Gay, black, a woman, you know,
and a more masculine.
Don't have a record with the police on top of it.
And I mean, the reality, I mean, come on now. I mean, so the thing about it, I fear for all of us. When I lived in Texas, there was a young couple, a little gay couple. They were a white couple, actually. They were killed. They were just beaten to death. They were sitting in the park, talking to each other, huddle up. You know how you sit together, holding hands, kind of thing. You ain't on each other, you sit next to each other. They just came up to him and beat him to death. Or the father who decided that he could fix his daughter was a little dumb, little stud. and she had a little girlfriend. So he decided to rape them. And when that didn't work, he killed them and threw them in the trash can. See, here's the problem I have. My problem is just not with police officers. My problem is with anybody taking the lives of young people of any color. I don't want anybody's baby to not come home. I don't want anybody's husband or wife to not make it home. I don't give a shit what color they are. I see color. I'm not about to sit up here and lie. I am biracial. My father is white and my mama is black. And I have and when people say that you don't see color, they do not see color, you're lying. However, I don't want anything bad to happen to anybody.
Right.
I can't imagine. Hear me. I cannot imagine having to try to figure out how to bury Nick. I couldn't function enough to figure out the very first thing I would have to do. If somebody were to come tell me that my son is not coming home because some motherfucker decided that today was going to be the day he shot my son. Whether it's a police officer or some dude robbing somebody. See, here's the thing. We get focused on who killed him, but guess what? He's still dead, regardless of who put him there. Just like my son could be taken out by a police officer, he can be taken out by a homeboy. So my problem is not just with who's killing them. It's the fact that they are. Now, I understand that you cannot stop death. I can understand that you cannot stop that shit. I understand that people have been killing other people for millions of years. Cain killed Abel. Cain killed Abel. If you want to go back to the Bible, wives kill husbands, husbands kill wives, parents kill their kids. But I shouldn't have to look at my timeline on my Facebook. I shouldn't have to swipe off the side because somebody else done died. Because somebody decided that today I was going to be the police. I'm not even talking about the police. One of these cases, the Brianna was the police. But Ahmaud Arbery was not. It was just two motherfuckers sitting on their porch deciding I'm going to get my gun and I'm going to follow this young man. Now, what if that young man had to turn around and pop the cap in both of them? That boy would be sitting in jail.
Yep.
That boy would have been sitting in jail in February. See, that's my problem. And my problem is, you know that. My problem is there's the difference. Oh, shit. Hang on, I couldn't see that. I don't know what that says. Here's the thing. There is a difference, baby. Racism is alive and well. Discrimination happens every day. Bias is a part of who you are. And if you own this shit, then we can start doing something about it. If you continue to say that no, the police are not biased, they're not racist, there's no such thing as racism anymore.
Yeah.
Then the problem will never change. You have to recognize that there is a problem. And America has had this problem since America has been America. Y'all do understand that, right? Y'all understand that this is not new. America had this problem, and it is not the majority of America. Here's what I'm trying to get across. It is not all the white people in America jumping together saying, yeah, niggas are great, niggas are bad. It's not. It's a few of them. But the motherfuckers are loud. And the other white folks don't say nothing to them. Just like we don't say nothing. Here's the thing. I'm not about to sit up here and be up all on my soapbox, on my rickety ass soapbox telling a lie, because black folks, we don't say the same shit to our people. You out there laughing and throwing a party when Pookie come home, instead of making Pookie mad that his ass was in jail. You all right with that shit when he bring that shit to your house and you use it Instead of telling him, stop bringing this shit to my house. Stop doing it for somebody to kill you. You okay when you see this man talking to his girlfriend any kind of way, how she ducks every time he moves. You know she getting her ass whipped at home, but you ain't gonna say nothing to him. You're gonna laugh and kiki in somebody's face until you gotta come scrape her ass off the floor. We don't say nothing. And that's the problem. Sometimes you gotta say, hey, cut that shit out.
Yeah.
If white people,
it ain't my business part of it.
If white people say, hey, yeah, it's a lot, some of us is racist. But I don't condone that shit. That shit don't be around me, and I ain't gonna do it. And don't you bring that shit over here. Same one with black people. Don't you bring your stealing ass to my house. Do not bring no more of this shit to my house. And I will call the police on you.
Yeah.
Quick to say, oh, I ain't gonna, no.
Oh, no. I'm a big believer in that. Family don't give you a pass in my book.
You know how many young black people are in jail right now, serving 20 and 30 year sentences for somebody else's drugs?
No. No, sir.
Do you know how many young women, not just black, but a lot of them are black, right now in jail, 20 and 30 year sentences that they cannot get out on no time because these are fair charges for somebody else's drugs? Because I love him. Because you didn't say, I will push this shit down the toilet. You better get the fuck out of my house.
And a lot of people right now are mad at 6ix9ine the rapper because he snitched and did this. And I told people 50 years.
First of all,
I'm standing up in court with my hand raised.
Whoever let that look,
I'm standing on Miss Lisa.
Whoever the hell let that little cricket in their crew to do anything wanted to go to jail because they know his ass is not a gangster. He's not a villain. Just some little boy with. First of all,
I'm telling.
First of all, he got rainbow hair.
I'm telling.
You knew he was telling. You knew he was snitching. You knew as soon as you did something, that nigga was on the phone like this, telling on y'all. So whoever he told on need to be in motherfucking jail. As soon as he came in the crew, I'd have popped him in his forehead and dropped him on his mama door. If y'all don't get this little boy, I'm not going to jail with this little boy.
I'm weak.
I ain't about to lie to y'all. I'm 3 years old and I've dated many a drug dealer. And as soon as somebody looked like they wanted to snitch, them motherfuckers could not come in the yard, let alone in the house. What the hell, 6ix9ine? In 1996, 6ix9ine would have been 6 feet under.
Yeah.
Nowadays, this shit is cute. You thought he was gonna go to jail? Do you think the little boy from Love and Hip Hop New York? Do you think his ass didn't tell on folks?
Yeah.
Husband, what's the boy? You remember the one? Think he got out early on them fed charges just because he pretty? No. This is 2020. Bitch is snitching.
Yeah.
Okay. Ain't nobody going to jail for y'all.
Yeah.
But see, that's wrong. Don't not go to jail for them. Don't let them go to jail. Here's the problem. Instead of just sitting up there out there, I watched the fight the other day. Now, I'm all about attitude problem. I'm all about cussing the bitch out. I think if you want these hands, you should come get these hands. If you got the ass to talk shit, you need to have the ass to back up something. That being said, there's got to, I don't know what is wrong with you young people. You are 30. What the hell is wrong with y'all?
Don't push me with that. I am mature for my age.
I just don't. I'm so lost when it comes to children. I mean, y'all be blowing me. I just be sitting there going, I see fights and don't get it. Hey, now, if you sit up here, there was a fight, a little white girl called a little big girl a nigga one too many times, and the girl laid her ass on the ground. I laughed. It was funny. You asked for that ass whooping. However, The funniest shit to me is two women in a parking lot arguing over a dude that's videotaping.
Yeah, nah.
And he's sitting up there, he's sitting up there commentating going on phone.
Yeah.
Only one of them. I'm fucking a cousin.
But you better believe it.
Karen, right, you're right. Nobody has anybody's back anymore. But see, having somebody's back is not always about protecting them when they're doing something wrong. Sometimes having somebody back is stopping them.
True.
I mean, but you gotta be, and it's hard. But sometimes you gotta be that person. You can't always be that person. Sometimes having somebody's back is not letting them go that route. Come on, man. Let's not go there tonight.
Yeah.
Let's go do something else. Let's go do something else.
It ain't even worth it.
Nah, ain't no use for arguing with that girl. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no use arguing with that girl. Let's go this way. Instead of hyping that shit up. Now I'm getting twisted. I have my homegirl went to the door.
And now you in jail and ain't nobody put
I didn't go to the jail because he wasn't stupid. He ain't over that damn door. And the girl was in there. We heard her. But here's the thing. I couldn't stop her from going. I wasn't gonna let her go by herself, but I also wasn't going by myself. I got my homeboy. He was 6'4". I was not going up in there like that because old boy we was going to see was 6'4", and I can't fight no dude. I know my limits.
Period.
I know my limitations, and I'm not about to shoot nobody because you a hoe. You knew he was a hoe. Don't nobody work 7 days a week. You lying ass. You know he was a hoe, and you stood up there his ass. He said, "This is what he told her." Now, the first time she told me that shit, I went, "Oh, okay." He works 7 days a week, and he can only come see her at 7 o'clock on Monday and Tuesday when he get off. So he will come.
That means he got a whole wife at home.
Woo! Anyway, and 4 kids. So,
And the dog. Don't forget the dog.
He might have had a dog. He probably shit. Make it so bad. Let me tell y'all some good stuff on that one. So the girl called her on the phone. I answered the first time. She said, "Is this so and so?" I said, "No, who is this?" She said, "Who she was." I said, "Why are you calling here?" She said, "Well, I got something to talk about." "What you got to talk about?" "Well, that's my man." "Well, he wasn't last night because he was here." Now, see, he wasn't with me, so I had no problem saying that out loud. I was like, "Well, he was here." So I woke up his ass. He went in my room, but he was here. "Well, he was no baby." She kept talking. I'm like, "Look, I understand you upset, but I'm not who you want to talk to." And then she was talking about she'll ride for hers and die for her. I said, "You come over here, you're probably gonna die for yours, okay? So don't come over."
I'm dead.
Talk straight. She was seriously serious. So I mean, this was when I was younger. Look here, Casey. I know the 30s. When I was in my 20s and 30s, I had a lot of attitude. So really, I told a girl. She said she willing to die for hers. I said, "You come to my door, you probably will. Okay, so don't come over here." I said, "But if you would like to talk to her, she's here." You know that bitch stayed on the phone at 4 o'clock in the morning talking about this nigga. Okay,
You talking to the wrong person.
so she talked to her. He sat up there talk shit. So she still dealt with him. And then he started bringing his kids over for the babysit so he could be with the other girl. And I'm going, "Bitch, we got a 2-bedroom apartment. What the fuck is wrong with you?" So he came over there one day with his kids to be in the pool. And he up there talking reckless. And this was, again, let me reiterate my attitude problem. It didn't stop to about 10 years ago, okay? So he came up there and said something. I said, "You big head motherfucker, who the fuck are you talking to?" Because he called her fat. So I said, "Who the fuck are you talking to?" And then he called me fat. I said, "Bitch, I wasn't fat when you was trying to holler at me." Oh. And then he kept talking shit and she up that side with him. I'm like, "I tell you what, how about you go with his bitch? Because that's where you're going to have to take him. Y'all get the fuck up out of here." She's like, "No. And then he up there said, "You got to get your bitch ass out of my face. Because trust me when I tell you. I talk shit because I got folks that ain't got no problem going to jail." So here's the thing. I have family members who have no problem going to jail. None. They like it there. I don't know. Maybe they can't be on the outside. I don't know. But I can't fault them for their shit. I'm not one. I don't like it in jail. But I do have motherfuckers that ain't got a problem. So I talk shit for a reason. However, she stayed with him. So I politely took my fat ass in my room, closed my door, and let her deal with her family.
At that point, we didn't
She
know
never
she could
called
do.
me. Bitch, I ain't got nothing to do with this.
But sit there and 2 weeks later say I told you so.
Anyway, so that was it. Last time I talked to him, I talked to him about 5 years later. He said, "Ooh, you looking fine." I said, "You still look the same," and walked off.
Yeah.
Yep. Cheetah, pumpkin eater. I hate Pretty Boy. That's funny as hell. I mean, here's the thing. I don't want anybody to have to figure out the first thing to do to bury somebody, or to have to go to the hospital not knowing whether your baby coming home. And that's what this all boils down to. I'm tired of being scared for my son. I'm tired of being scared when my daughter goes out. She don't go out enough, so she ain't going nowhere. They had to come up in here together. And now with all the stuff going on, ain't nobody going out. But eventually my son will have proms and graduation, and he plays football. And he gonna be out without me because he's getting to the stage where he ain't a mama's boy no more. He a grown ass man. He said it. And I can't fear that. I have nephews that are in college right now, and I fear me getting a call. I have y'all that if somebody were to tell me something happened to KC along these lines, I would have to cry. And I would have to sit up there and feel for your mama. Leilani has 2 little girls. I don't want her to have to figure out what's going to happen to her babies. Now, you can't stop crying. You can't stop shit from happening. But all this extra stuff, the police, vigilantes, people taking the fact that you don't like that I'm Black as a reason to kill me. This little young girl, she's not worthy enough, so I'm just going to take her and use her to make money. I don't want anybody to down death row this shit, but I believe there's some people that just need to do it because they ain't going to get no better, and nothing can change them.
Do that.
So that's my thing. Hey, y'all. So that's my thing about this. You can't stop the world from turning. You can't stop that. You can't stop people from getting up and deciding that the day is the last day they're going to live. I don't want anybody to take their life because of how somebody treats them. I couldn't imagine opening my son's door and find him hanging from the ceiling. Mm-hmm. But do you know how many parents do that every day? They find a 10-year-old son hanging in the closet, their 8-year-old daughter. When I was 8, I was playing with dolls. I didn't figure out how to kill myself. And I was bullied. I was a fat little kid. Didn't have no friends. Being raised by my grandmama. Everybody else had a mom and dad. But I went inside. I read books. I just didn't have no friends. I became smart as hell. I wasn't thinking about taking my life. That's not what's going on nowadays. Death is death. Being gone is being gone. Ain't no coming back from it. Forget how you got there. However you got there. Except for natural causes. My grandmother passed away. I cry now, but I didn't cry then because she was sick and she was in pain. And nothing they could do to stop it. So I'd rather for my grandmother to be in heaven than sit here in pain.
Yeah, true that.
However, did not want my son to not make it to graduation because somebody decided to run a stoplight. He was the only little black boy in the car. I don't even forget the death. Can you imagine the toll it takes on these kids when they're arrested, when they're thrown on the ground, when they're handcuffed? Can you imagine the toll it takes on these young women who are kidnapped and sold? And you got to understand, these people they treat them like they pimps. So they talk in this game. Your parents didn't want you no way. How you think it was easy for me to get you? Why you think I got you now? Ain't nobody looking for you. Don't nobody want you.
Yep.
I can't imagine that. I can't imagine a husband deciding that today, because I want another girlfriend, I'm going to kill my wife and my kids. I can't imagine a father who decides that since the wife doesn't want me, I'm going to make sure you don't have any kids. I was in Alabama. That was in Alabama. Lady, her ex-husband, 3 boys, on a normal day. He took his kids, and she was waiting for him to bring the kids back. All of a sudden, he started acting crazy. He started talking crazy to her. She over at her mama's house. She got to lock her and her mom in the bathroom because he said he gonna kill her. All the while, he's riding around with the dead body of his 3 kids in the car because he's already killed them. Because she don't want him no more. See, we talk about the police, and we talk about these really these things that happen, but we don't talk about the day-to-day people that ain't coming home because of somebody that said they love them. Because you didn't. Sometimes you got to just say, sit down. Sometimes having somebody's back is making sure they want to do shit, not hyping them up to do it. Death is inevitable. It is. It comes to us all. At some point, everybody in the chat, everybody in this room, everybody in this house, at some point, our cycle is going to end. But I want it to end when it's supposed to, because I promise you, not every death is preordained. It's a whole bunch of folks gone before their time. And you can't stop all of them. But what if you could stop one? What if you could stop one? What if the 29 people watching me right now can stop one person from dying? That's 29 people. And what if each one of them stops suffering?
Yeah. It ain't worth it. I'll tell you that much.
It's not perfect. Life is not perfect, and it never will be. I could walk out here right now, get stung by a bee, all of a sudden have an allergic reaction. I'm 54 years, 50. I don't know how the hell old I am, how old I am. Anyway, I could right now get stung by a bee and be gone. It don't have to be a gunshot or a car. It don't have to be none of that. But those things that you can avoid, don't do it. If you're such a scary person that just because somebody, the big black man scares you, don't be a police officer. Just don't. There are billions of other careers out there. Do something else. If you do not want to teach our kids, if you don't like children, don't be a teacher.
Don't be a teacher. Don't be a nanny. Don't be none of
Don't be none of that. Don't have nothing to do. If you don't, let me tell you something. I like kids, all right. Their parents get on my damn nerves, so now I don't be a teacher. Because as soon as I flunk little Timmy, they be like, well, why did you flunk him? Bitch, you don't know it's ABCs in the 10th grade. That's why I flunked it. Okay?
Yeah.
If you don't like them, don't be a teacher. Don't like old people, don't work in a nursing home. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, know yourself.
Know yourself. Whoever said that, yes. Amen. Hallelujah. Know yourself. I know that way. Let's do something. I might be able to pass every test for every job in America. However, I know my fat ass is not going to chase anybody. If they're shooting at you, bitch, we all ducking. I'm not in that. I'm not taking the bullet. I'm not. I know that. I know these things. I know I'm not running. I'm not going to be a fireman. If the shit is on fire, I feel like my fat ass is flammable. It's a lot of fat and greasy, and that shit is flammable. So no, I'm not can't be a fireman. No.
I feel you.
No. That's not.
I feel
you. You hear me? I don't have any kind of bedside manner. I wouldn't be a doctor.
Oh, I couldn't be.
Come in there with some bullshit you want to be like, didn't they just cure your herpes? I mean, gonorrhea, because your herpes ain't going nowhere. Why are you in? Get your nasty ass. No, I couldn't be no damn doctor.
I tell people all the time, I thank you for I cannot be a doctor, not a nurse, not
because if you
not an RN, none of it. I couldn't do it.
If you stink, I'm about to no.
Yeah,
I don't have bedside manner. You hear me? I'm making a joke because sometimes you gotta make people laugh to understand the idiocy of the shit that we are talking about.
Mm-hmm.
You should not have to die because you ran a stop sign. That's $100 ticket. That's not a death sentence.
I tell people all the time, if you're a fireman and you didn't think you was gonna have to run into a fire, you in the wrong job. You in the wrong job.
If you know that you are an arsonist, don't be. What is wrong with you?
Right.
If you know this motherfucker like to set fires, please.
You set the fire, we put it out.
You see what I'm saying? This is what I'm saying. Here's my thing. Know yourself. The card says protect and serve. It does not say shoot. It does not say holler at me. It does not say because I said so. That's some mama shit. Because we ain't got no, you know why your mama tell you because I said so? Because we ain't really got no reason. We just don't want your ass doing it. So stop asking me some damn questions.
I went to jail one time in my whole 30 years of life, and the officer told me she could do what she wanted to do because she was an officer. So he said, "What? To who? You can do what to who?
She can. Here's the thing. Here lies the problem. She can do what she wants to do, and you'll have to pick it up on the back end. See, that's what people don't realize. Sure, she can do whatever the fuck she wanted to do right then. And if you survive, guess what? Here's the thing, people. Here's the thing. I'm going this way with it. Know your rights. I'm going back to that. Know your rights. Number one. In your city, know your rights. Know what you have to do and what you don't have to do. Know what you got to have in your pocket when you walk out your door. Understand that in some cities, you have to have your ID on you at all times if you're above a certain age. They can give you a ticket. If you live in a city where they like to give you tickets for jaywalking, wait till your ass get to the crosswalk. Know your rights.
Yeah. I know what she told me. She told me she said, Casey, you're all right, but you asked so many questions. I said, oh, you want me to be dumb? That's what you want.
Yes.
You want me to be stupid. Okay.
But see, most criminals are, baby. I mean, the reality is, come on now. Think about it. Everybody in the chat, I'm sure they got that homeboy or them, you know what I'm saying? They got the, you know what I mean? You got somebody whose job ain't never going to be something that he can put on his income tax form. Now think about him for a second, him or her. What IQ level would you assign them? True. Criminals are kind of stupid. They are. Because they get the same thing that the police have. See, that's one of the things that you can tell when the police are wrong because they sound just like the people they're trying to put in jail. Sound like the people they're trying to put in jail.
Police are criminals. They can't be held accountable. Who's holding them accountable? But the police do a lot of drugs, a lot of.
Oh yeah, I mean, but that's everybody. See, here's the thing: you got to take the good with the bad. Like I said, if something pop off from calling 911, it is what it is. I'm too old to argue. I'm not about to sit up there and argue with you. We're not going back and forth. I'm not none of that. Why is she calling me?
And I completely understand and feel you on that part, because I feel like a lot of people, especially people that, like I told you about the whole when I went to the store situation, a lot of people expect Black women to get real ignorant, get real loud, oh no, that's not the route we're going to take. I'm going to listen to what you have to say. We're going to be calm about it. We're going to talk about it. And then I'm going to take the proper steps, because other than that, no matter anything I do outside of what you say is right, is going to be wrong. So I'm going to just have to take the proper channels to get the outcome that I want. I can't argue you down. That ain't going to work. And I'm not going to argue you down.
But see, come on now. When you get your little switch, that little crazy person switch, you know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
When you get that little switch flipped, we stupid. It knocks your IQ down about 100 points. All right, I'm going up to Karen Woods. I work here in children's services, and let me tell you, those social workers try to unite families like that. I believe that, like I said about anything else, I believe that the majority of people in these services do what they're supposed to do.
I don't believe that.
Oh, come on now, you don't become a social worker for the money.
You don't become a social worker, but what you turn into is completely different than what you turned up for.
You don't turn into nothing, baby. You don't turn into nothing. That's what people get it fucked up. You don't turn into nothing. You are who you are. You are who you are. Now, you're going to have predators in every single situation. If you're the kind of person that takes joy in separating families and all that stuff, then you might get in that position. Don't nobody go into social work for the money.
Oh, yeah, no.
Because you about to be rich. You know what I'm saying?
No, absolutely not.
You go in there because you want to help people.
Right. I do believe that. But what I'm saying is, after you deal so many years of this and that and how people talk to you and this and that, I feel like not with all, but I feel like sometimes with a lot of people, it's just like, I'm going to get the same 1095 to sit at my desk and not care, and get the same 1095 to sit at my desk and care. Because
but you still, when it comes to that particular situation with the children and family services, things like that, you don't play with 4 kids.
You shouldn't. But
you have people that do. But think about it. In the same token, you have people that the only reason that they are foster parents is because instead of getting a job, each one of these kids is X amount of dollars. But the reality is, taking care of kids is not a cheap situation. And I don't give a shit how much you give me per kid. The more kids you add, the more shit I got to do. But you have people that take advantage. But see, like I'm saying, the people that come into the situation and come into the child protective situation, I firmly believe that most of them come in there with the idea that I'm going to try to make a difference. You come in there hoping you can make a difference. I'm going to try to make a difference. And when you get in there, and maybe you get discouraged and you take it down a notch.
Yeah.
Down a notch. But you don't stop. Because think about it. At one point, we used to laugh and joke. It was a joke. But at one point, if something happens, you take your child to the emergency room, they call the police on you. I would tell Nick after he got so big, I said, you better stop jumping off shit. I'm going to duct tape your ass up in here. I'm not taking you to the emergency room. What I'm supposed to do? Jump out the refrigerator? They be like, bitch, why you letting him on the refrigerator? Because he up there, he down. But they don't, you know what I'm saying? At one point, it was people were scared because you see crackheads with 13 kids and they ain't bothering them. You see one mom with 2 kids struggling and they take the kids away from them. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it's always the loud minority. It's always when it's the most fucked up do we pay attention. We don't pay attention to the 3 million great things they did. We pay attention to the one fucked up thing they did.
But see, I be watching the first 48 and Fatal Attraction and stuff too, and it's just like, I don't know. I feel like a lot of times police and sometimes social workers, like, they pay attention to the stuff that they like. If like on Netflix, there's so many documentaries on kids that have slipped through because of people just not being like, oh, I see the bruises, I see the cuts, I see you're skinny, I see the house is dirty, I see this, I see that, but we're not going to do anything. We're going to focus on something that's going to make my 8 hours go easier, which is
right. And that's what I'm telling you. That's the one fucked up thing in the 3 million good things. You're not going to hear about the kids that got back with their parents. You're not going to hear about the foster parent who has parented hundreds of kids during their lifetime, and most of the kids went on to have great lives. You're not going to hear about the girl that used to be the crackhead and now is taking care of her kids. You're not going to hear about that. You're going to hear about the case like the young man where everybody failed. It's on Netflix. I can't think of the little boy name.
like Hernandez or something like that.
The teachers failed him. His parents failed him. The system failed him. And he's dead. And all of them should be accountable. But that's the only one we're going to hear about. We're not going to do a show saying, let's have the 3 million child put back with their parents. Because don't nobody give a shit about the happy times until it's their happy time. You understand what I'm saying? The only thing we really care about is let's see how fucked up everything is. Let's pay attention to the fuck. Let's pay attention to the cop that just killed this boy. Let's not pay attention to the cop that just took a bullet in his head because he wanted to tell this person they had a broken tail light, but this motherfucker decided that he wanted to be a gangster, so he took this cop's life. See, they're not gonna tell you about that.
Yeah.
See, I have a strange, because I understand. I understand that there is, with the good, there is always bad. But no matter how many acts of good there are, they never outweigh that one really bad. And we focus on that and we stand on that.
I always say if there's a good side, there's a bad side.
There's never a good side. Let me ask you a question. Let me ask y'all a question. For all the times that we hear about cops doing dumb shit as far as race is concerned, how many times have you heard about somebody saying how awesome this dude was?
No, don't get me wrong. I do definitely believe.
What I'm saying is, how often have you heard that? How often has there been a headline because of some amazing shit this cop did for these people, as opposed to this fucked up shit this cop killed this boy because he ran a stop sign? Or the cop that, you see what I'm saying? You're not going to hear that because that doesn't make you mad. The good cop doesn't make you mad.
Right.
They want you mad so that when you go out there, you're going to treat cops like shit, so that you will catch that one cop that will pop your ass with his gun, as opposed to that one cop who would just say, calm your ass down, dog. This ain't that day.
Yeah. Yeah.
They want you mad, because if you're mad, then you will put yourself into a situation where you will get hurt.
Oh yeah, I know this might be a little bit off topic, but that makes me think, like, just how, like, this whole coronavirus thing is going on. It's just like, I feel like, number one, the coronavirus came out when Trump was supposed to be getting what's that word? He was supposed to be getting ejected or whatever from the
impeachment.
Oh, Pete.
Yeah, he was supposed to be getting impeached. And then he wanted to give, then the corona happened, and then he gave everybody $1,200 that made only a certain amount of money that for the last 3 years or whatever. And then he turns around, now he wants to take away the health care for people trying to get tested and stuff for the coronavirus. But the most people that are getting the coronavirus are extra people. You know what I'm saying? Right, exactly.
I won't even live long enough to understand why he is what he is, but
it's an distraction.
But here's the thing: the coronavirus is a very real situation.
It is.
And I'm gonna tell you some good shit.
But why take away the health care that he knows?
That didn't have nothing to do with that. Didn't have nothing to do. That's just him trying to disassemble everything that the previous president did. That has nothing to do with the virus. That has everything to do with every other sentence. Is Obama this, Obama that, Obama. Obama has not been the president since 2016, y'all.
But why take it away right now when he knows that the only people that the people most affected by it are ethnic people who are the most ones that have public health care?
Why not? Why not? If that's who you are, see, that's what I'm saying. He and all that allow him are a perfect example of people are going to do what they are going to do. Whether he do it now or next month or the month after that. If he was going to do it, it didn't matter. Without the coronavirus, the shit still would have been wrong. And guess what? You have diabetes. You said diabetes, right?
Yeah.
So guess what? Taking it away from you, you die a little bit sooner. I got heart stuff. Taking it away from me means I die a little sooner. I'm not the people who give a shit about it. It don't got nothing to do with the virus. It's just timing is what it is. The virus came around and fucked up everybody's situation. Fucked up birthdays and beach parties and folks out here getting shit and looking toilets so you can sit up there and say that
So you think whether the coronavirus happened in May, he probably would have still
would have been. He was trying to dismantle Obamacare since he got into office. It is what it is.
True. That part is true.
He's trying to do it. But here's the thing. We continuously give him things that he's not deserving of.
I don't know enough about Trump not to not like him. I just
trying to anybody, if anybody ever worked at a job where you have a general manager, there's a certain chain of command. In a chain of command, you always have the top. That is the person where all the shit comes from. However, that is also the person that's supposed to take all of the outside shit. That's what the president is. He is a figurehead. He is a you're supposed to be scared. He's supposed to be like Obama. You're supposed to be scared of him. You're another country. You're supposed to fear what he would do. You're also supposed to respect him and these things.
Through my business class this semester, I've honestly learned that the top person they don't make most of the decisions. They get the last maybe voice, but a lot of the people underneath them in my business. This is business 101 I took this semester that I gotta, you know what I'm saying? So
he is not you know why he is a problem? He's a problem because he gives validity to the stupidity of other people. Because the president does it, it's okay. You do understand that people do things because it is popular. If it's popular, they'll do it. It is popular to be kind of racist. It is popular to ask the black man in the UPS uniform where he's going. It's popular to call the police on people who are barbecuing. It is popular to call the police on somebody who's trying to get in a building. You understand what I'm saying? He has made it. What he's done is he's the TV's president.
Yeah.
He's the you see what I'm saying?
Yes.
He's not the people's president. Because the reality is there are very few billionaires.
He's the apprentice president.
We can't look at him and go, oh, he came from the same shit we came from. You know what I'm saying?
No.
We can't do, he's not a peer to us. And then if he's not a peer, so then he needs to be somebody who elicits trust. And you look at him and go, oh, President, boom, shakalaka laka. He doesn't elicit that either. But what he does do is he gives people a figurehead. Oh, since he can say this, so can I. No, player, he has the Secret Service. You don't have shit but these hands. And don't make no mistake about it. It may feel like 1956. It is 2020. We will beat your motherfucking ass before the police get there. You got one, you can say nigga before you get the nerve. I done punched in your motherfucking mouth. Who the fuck is you talking to? Now you feel free to call the police because clearly I've committed assault. But don't say no shit because he can say it. He got people with guns around him.
Yeah.
You feel me? So there's a problem. He's playing to a situation now where people are followers, and they're not good followers, but they don't have a mind of their own. They're kind of lemming followers. Oh, because he's doing it, we're gonna do it. Because it's okay for him, it's okay for us. Because he can say the things he can say, it's okay to be misogynistic, it's okay to be racist, it's okay to be all this stuff. Because it's our president, and he's supposed to be kind of the man of the people, and I guess that's what he wants to show.
Which is scary, honestly, because like when he starts talking about stuff like inject yourself with bleach and Lysol,
Did he really say that? Because I don't pay no attention. Did he really say that?
Yeah, he said I don't know if it's on here, but yeah, you can look it up on YouTube. He literally went on a press conference. Inject yourself with bleach or disinfectant to
come on, y'all.
That's because it can cure the outside. Why can't it cure the inside? And I feel like a lot of young people and a lot of people that don't. I want to watch what I say. I don't want to. I feel like his target demographic, people that vote for him, are going to be young people because he tweets, because he does stuff like that. And then on top of it, people, the whole Make America Great Again type situation, are a lot of people that are, they're not scholars. I mean,
here's the thing, baby. You don't want to say they're stupid, but the reality is that they say it every day on TV. They say it every day that his target demographic, these people work against their own interests. I don't understand why people do that. I don't understand why you work against your own interests. This man really doesn't care about anybody that doesn't have money. He doesn't. So all you people sitting up there talking about, go, guess what? You can't go to the hotel either. Here's the thing. You think I'm playing. It's not just black people. It's not just Spanish people. It is not just people of color. If you ain't, his color is green. Hear me, y'all.
Period.
His color is green.
Green money. Green money. Yes. If you don't speak green money, then and it will catch up to people. First, it's going to be the ethnic people, the Spanish people, build the wall, the healthcare people. Then eventually, it's going to slowly catch up to the people that are, as I call them, pilgrims, that don't have no money.
It's all about the money, baby. At the end of the day, it's all about the money. Was it okay when Obama sang Amazing Grace at the service for the victims of the church massacre? No. Why was it not okay? Because he was president? Was he the president at the time? I don't remember when the church massacre was.
I don't know if he was president, but I didn't tune into whatever they're talking about, but I don't think that's part of America. You have a freedom of speech. I know.
Why was it not okay?
I think it was. I don't think it was not okay. I was watching one thing on YouTube where this girl, they told her to go home. Like I just said, I don't believe in the whole, Make America Great Again. I don't know too much about it. I've never even voted, and I'm 30, so I don't know too much about it.
Because the reality is for everybody who says I don't like Hillary or I don't like Obama, guess what? This is what you get when you don't vote. This is what happens when you don't vote.
Yeah.
And you can't be mad. Don't sit up there and say shit about how fucked up Trump is.
No,
the day that when they elected people, you was in your house talking about I don't like Hillary. So there you go.
No, exactly. And this girl, she got suspended from school because they had America Day at one of her high schools, and she brought a Trump flag and Make America Great shirt again. They try to tell her to take it off or something like that. I'm not for it, but her right. We want an American way.
It just depends upon why you do the things you do and what happens. I don't know the situation, but see, when something it's being raised in Alabama, I saw a rebel flag every time I turned around. You got to know what the rebel flag means. You feel me?
I mean,
right now, they're not using it to make America great as a good thing. You know what I'm saying? So if you come into a situation,
but I just feel like someone should be able to wear a "Make America Great" shirt again just as much as people are allowed to wear this shirt again. You know what I'm saying? I feel like you can't take away one right to give another. This means the same thing to them as "Make America Great Again."
No, it don't. Make America Great Again has become. Now it may have started out as just a saying, but it has turned into the rebel flag of 2020. I'm just saying it's different. They're not saying make America great again because they want the whole world, all of America be together and great. You know what I'm saying? She didn't wear the shirt to school to show her solidarity for America. How about that?
True,
see,
but
I'll do something. Now, here's the thing. Here's another thing. I don't give a shit if she wear the shirt. I don't think you should say anything. I think that when they sit up there and get mad with people who show their true colors, I think that's your problem. You want to hide shit. Exactly. I think you need to motherfucking know who don't like you. Yes. I would much rather have the skinhead, the KKK member, the Make America Great, the rebel. I would much rather have them wearing their shit so I can see what's going on. Exactly. And fuck me up in the background.
And that's what I told my psychology teacher. She was telling us that one of her students in her other class had come in and basically said he was a racist and this, that, and the third. And I said, I would have been okay with it because I want to see you straight on. Just like off the movie The Help, when she walked into and she said, I want you to look at me straight on. I want to know exactly who you are. Like, do I agree with you being a racist? No. But I want to know exactly who I'm dealing with at all times.
But I can understand why a school would do that, because the same way they would stop you from wearing your Power to the People shirt. You know what I'm saying? They stopped her from wearing her whatever. You know what I'm saying?
And then the mom came up there and started cussing everybody out. Then they trespassed her from the school.
Well. Oh, what was saying? He didn't show any anger. Okay, I see what you're saying, Barbara. But as the president, he can't get up there cussing and showing out and showing anger. He has to be kind of.
And not only that, but being an ethnic president, you can't give them exactly what they expect you to do.
So he did what we do at that time. Think about it. When we going through stuff, you want to talk about Negro spirituals, but you do understand that's what the slaves did. That's how they talk to each other. That's how they got stuff done. Because they couldn't talk to each other. They couldn't come out and talk to each other. So they figured out a way to communicate what they needed and what needed to go on. So they sung these songs. And everybody was okay with it because it sounded like they were singing church songs. So the slave owners thought that they were just happy little niggas out there picking cotton in the 3,000-degree heat. But no, they was making up stuff. They was doing what they had to do. People think that being loud and being everything shows strength. Do you know how strong it is to say nothing?
Oh, that's the best strength.
Do you know how strong you have to be to say nothing? Do you know how strong you have to be to sit there and allow somebody to show everybody who they are as opposed to you showing them who they are? He couldn't get up and start acting like what they thought he was going to act like. He couldn't get up and be that angry nigga president because that's what they was going to call him, that angry nigga president. Oh, so the black people get killed. He upset, but you wasn't upset about the white people getting killed. But what he had to do is he do what we do in them times. We quietly express how we're feeling, and we go to doing the stuff we got to do.
Yep. I agree with you on that one.
Yeah, but he could. I mean, as the president, I understand. If you understand the chain of command, you understand the president can't show that kind of emotion that we think he should. Now, I'm sure when he got home, he was cussing and crying and doing whatever we all did in our house. When we thought about those black people who were willing to open up their doors to this young man who looked like he needed some help, and in doing so,
he was helping them more by being silent.
And in doing so, they lost their lives. I can't imagine that either. I mean, what do you say? I mean, you can't, even to this day, things like that happen. And I can't say he ain't got nothing in common with us, baby. I mean, they still got mad with him because he wore a tan suit. They couldn't think of shit else to do, but he wore a tan suit.
I can't see the comment. Somebody said that he ain't got nothing in common with us.
Yeah.
Oh Lord.
The reality is people think that way. I can't be mad with her because of how she thinks.
Well, how about the color of his skin, the course of his hair? I mean, we just want to.
So what I'm saying is, we in reality, most of our political people, they don't. These are millionaires. These are people that don't live our shit. Some of them are. Some of them aren't. I don't know about Obama. Obama had to go through a lot of shit to get where he was. He went through a lot of stuff. He went through a lot of personal stuff. But see, as president, that couldn't be outside like that.
I say
this. The president of a company, the president of the United States, the person that you look to as the leader of a particular situation, not show personal emotion about stuff.
You can't. I was watching something the other day where the military, my dad's in the military, and they were saying it was these two African American soldiers that were at Walmart, and this one other African American was basically video cameraing them, taunting them, saying stuff like, you guys just kill people, this, that, and the third. You're over there minding other people's business, this, that, and the third. But at the end of the day, it's just like, he was like, I respect your right and freedom to say that. Like,
yeah,
when you're the face of something, you can't react how you would react if you were at home with your cousin Ronnie. You just can't. It's two different things. And I always say, remain the same person that you are. But I'm the same Casey, and will always be the same Casey. But I act different in church than I act at home. Period.
Quiet in church because you don't want to set on fire. No,
it's the same me, but there's levels to this. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the thing with Obama is the thing with Obama and with most people of color in politics. Well, he more African American than anybody because Obama daddy is African as hell. He for real African. He like, What? I know this one gonna stay serious the whole damn time. That's number one. You knew somebody was gonna do something to get me that crazy. I don't know why y'all thought that shit wasn't gonna happen. That's number one. Number two,
my dad's 100% Jamaican, so I understand.
So his dad is real African. Clearly,
yeah, Rayon's daddy is African. She's half African. Her daddy is a whole African.
He not half
African and
American. He not. No, his daddy is African. His daddy is black as my glasses. And his mom is American white people. It don't matter. He for real African. When Obama say he African American, he for real what he just said. Daddy was, and his mama was like my color, but
and it don't even matter. You can have 1% African and you're African American.
I don't know logistics as to where he lived. I don't know. To be the president, you have to be a natural American citizen. You can't be no bullshit. You can't be like old boy Schwarzenegger who became naturalized. You got to be the president. You have to be an American citizen. You can't. There's no way around it. That's why they kept talking about his birth certificate. I don't know where he was born. I don't know. Here's the thing. I didn't go into that. He was the president, just like Clinton was the president. Bush was the president. I have been here since since Nixon has been president. Understand me? Okay. Nixon, Ford, Carter, Reagan. Who's after Reagan? Who's after Reagan, y'all?
Somebody.
Barbara, that's not true. He was not always rich. That's very not true.
Who?
Who's after Reagan, y'all?
He's saying that he was rich and he didn't have to struggle.
Presidents aren't rich. Trump is probably the richest president to be rich. Presidents aren't rich. They don't have no money. Everything's on the government fund. Once they leave office, they go back to how they were before they came in. Presidents aren't rich. Just like doctors are underpaid, teachers are underpaid. Presidents, if
you don't have money going into the president, if you don't have money, the Bushes had money. The Bushes have oil money. So they went to the presidency rich.
Exactly.
What's the name? Reagan was an actor. So he went into the pregnancy, not to the pregnancy. He went into the presidency with money. Jimmy Carter was a peanut farmer. He went into it with a peanut farm.
What you come in with is what you leave out with.
Yeah, you come in with money. Both of the Bushes came in with money.
What you leave out.
Bushes came in with money. They got Texas oil money. So,
what do you keep playing back there?
Call of Duty.
Oh,
you play Call of
Duty? She tearing it up though.
All right, y'all. We have been on here for a long time. Where I'm at? I've been on here 2.5 hours, y'all. My bad. I was supposed to. Clearly, I did not take that time. Look here, y'all. I have been it was Nixon, then Ford, then Reagan, then Carter. No, it was Carter then Reagan because they, for whatever reason, the hostages from over there, they keep giving to Reagan when actually Jimmy Carter got the hostages released. So it was Jimmy, then Ronald, then Clinton, then Bush, then wait a minute. It's a lot of fucking presidents I've been alive for. Okay. It's a lot of them.
Period.
And I don't know what I don't know good. I don't know a lot of shit about none of them. A little bit about some of them. So I don't know. Because at the end of the day, we don't live for the presidents. They don't live for us. It was Daddy Bush after Reagan. Okay. Then Clinton. Thank you. I was trying to figure out. I knew something because we skipped around years. It was Daddy Bush. Good economy. Baby Bush.
I don't know nothing about Hillary, but I really want to see a woman in office. That's just me. I'd rather see a woman in office before I've seen Obama in office. That's just me.
But here's the thing, baby love. Like I told you, Hillary did not get in the office because people love Trump. They got there because they'd rather have anybody in there than a woman.
I agree.
I really think that if it had been another white dude, if it had been another Clinton, we wouldn't be having these discussions about Trump. I firmly believe that it was the woman part. It wasn't the color part. It was the woman part.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to take a minute.
I agree.
Well, them idiots all turned around and voted for a gorilla anyway, so.
What? Well, damn.
All right. That's
and there it is.
That's how Trump got in.
Huh?
There it is.
That's how Trump got in, because they all decided to vote for a gorilla, a dead gorilla.
Oh, they did. I forgot about that shit. I forgot about that. Do y'all know how fucked up our country is? When instead of voting for a living woman, you vote for a dead gorilla.
A dead orange gorilla. Let me stop.
No.
No, he wasn't orange.
No. Do you remember the gorilla that got killed because the little boy fell into the gorilla thing, and they thought the gorilla was trying to harm him? You remember the little white boy that killed
Harambe when they voted for him?
Do you know they wrote that damn gorilla in on the president's race, and he got thousands of votes?
They did what now?
They wrote a dead gorilla. There's a space when you vote. So you ain't never voted, so you don't know that
Right.
you can write. Yep, Hammurabi. That you can write in a candidate. Do you know motherfuckers vote for a dead gorilla before they vote?
I'm done. I gotta go, y'all. Everybody have a nice night.
Voted for the dead gorilla, other than Hillary. And now you sitting up there mad because a real orangutan in the damn office. Don't
Period. Bare ass and all. I'm done.
Don't be mad now. You wanted a dead gorilla. How the hell was he gonna govern?
Let me start voting. Because period.
Come on, y'all. Think about it. You know, what if he the one? What does that say about America?
They'd rather have a dead gorilla over a woman president.
We gotta go get a psychic to contact our president.
I'm done.
We gotta get an animal psychic in there.
A medium. To contact the dead gorilla.
They're gonna have Ouija boards and shit. Hammurabi, what we supposed to do today? I hate y'all so bad. I really do. All right. So,
all right, y'all.
Time has come. I'm about to end the live.
Well, my mom's at the prison, so I got to go fix my little brother some dinner.
Mom in jail. No.
Yeah.
As I reiterate, y'all know I like to go back. We've got to stop, y'all. We have got to make it so that we don't have this as often as it happens. We can't stop everything. We can't. And it's just not how the world is. But we have got to figure out a way to where I'm not scared to let my son go to the prom. To where I'm not scared to let my kid go to the mall. We got to figure it out, people. We've got to figure this. We've got to figure this shit out. Because guess what? All we got is each other. All we have is each other. I always say the bomb squad is a family, but that's just the world. We may not be in the same space. We may not be in the same city, state, hell, country. But we can make a difference. On this platform, if we can stop one person, that's great. If one person stops their homeboy from getting in the car, that's great. If one cop says, "No, dog, don't do that," that's great.
Yeah.
That's great. It's not a little thing. Every time that we make a stand and that we stop somebody from doing something that could hurt them or somebody else, that is a greatness. I don't care how little it is. Because one little thing can make somebody else do a greater thing. And then they see that somebody else did that greater thing and somebody else does an amazing thing. And they say, shit, they're doing amazing things. I want to do awesome things. We got to stop letting, just because it ain't my man, or because it ain't my son, or because it ain't my daughter, or because it ain't my mama, we don't give a shit. We can't do that, y'all. We can't do that. If something happens to KC, I'm going to be sad. All the way in Virginia, even though she's all the way in Arizona. If something happens to Leilani, I'm going to be crushed. If something happens to one of her babies, if one of y'all tell me something happened to one of y'all babies or your mama or your auntie, I'm going to feel some kind of way. If it could have been avoided. If somebody could have just said, stop, don't do that. Because sometimes all you got to do is say, stop, don't do that. You ain't got to yell. You ain't got to scream. You just got to give them the option. Stop, don't do that.
But that's it. Miss Lisa, let me say one thing. My one of my I was probably in about 6th or 8th grade. One of my history teachers said, people are stupid. A person is smart. It just takes one person. Because when you get people in a whole group, they tend to make dumb decisions. Because it's like an echo. You hear that, then you hear this. It's like it takes one person to.
You're right. You're right. People as a whole are stupid. Stupid as hell, crazy as hell. As a whole. We'll get onto a mob mentality. We'll jump onto a bandwagon. We'll ride a coattail. We'll be sad about some superstar that don't give a shit about us, but you won't worry about the people next door to you. You understand what I'm saying? People as a whole. Because when I joke and tell her, because being in the customer service industry, you understand people as a whole suck. You make you hate people. Now, I love individuals, but as a whole, no. That should have made
people as a whole are lemmings. They'll follow each other right on off the cliff.
A gang.
People, no, she's right. Do you know if you take people as a whole, if we take people as a lump sum, 90% of us will be sitting up on a building with either a damn AK-47 or water balloons, one or the other. I would be the water balloons, and I don't want to die. But I be wanting to drop shit on people. And since, I feel like water is the least painful thing, just drop water on their ass. Just you know what I'm saying? I would like to shoot them, but I don't want that shit on my chest. However, water balloons, I'm cool with that. I'm cool with shooting whatever. Water gun. Sit up there with a water gun and just spray somebody and make them think it's raining or something shit on them, let them walk around looking crazy. I'm not do that. Anyway, so
don't do that.
Think about it. You get a water gun and just shoot people think it's raining. We got 3 floors. I can go upstairs right now. Every time somebody walk by, shoot a water gun, let a little water hit them, watch them look around like they crazy.
Do it on a sunny day. Make them really trip.
I'm sorry. Anyway,
just do it to your kids. That way, can't nobody try and say, "Oh, we thought she was shooting for real."
Mm-hmm. The hell you thought I was shooting water? Don't make no noise.
You know they gonna see you in that window. No, it's the woman in the window with a gun.
No, I ain't gonna do that. You look like I'm crazy.
Play dead.
I know that the gun look like gun. We got a BB gun right now that'll get me shot in the forehead if I go outside with police. Okay, so I know that.
Water drop. I felt it too. Just like that.
Yeah, like that. You're like, oh, it's raining. You dumbass, I shot at you with water. Just make me feel good. I don't care.
Exactly.
That's how I do with people. I'm serious. I worked at a restaurant. I wanted to get up on the roof of the restaurant a couple times, just shoot water gun, shoot at people when they water gun when they come in because they were stupid. Shut your dumb ass up. But I couldn't because then I went.
I told you had enough.
Shit, I'm just stop asking me for no damn. Do you have a gluten-free menu? This is a Wild Wings. Chicken.
Oh man, I used to work at the fair. I used to hate people ask for gluten-free buns. You were at the fair. We deep fry everything. Get out of here.
Do you have something vegan?
No. Yeah, you.
But you say it ain't vegan. Okay. Somebody came in one day and said, "Do you have anything vegan?" Our French fries ain't even vegan because we fry that shit in beef fat. There's a cow on your damn plate all the time. Okay.
Tender, a nice glass of ice water.
The celery
on the
and
menu.
carrots. That's what's vegan. The celery and carrots.
Because you can't have nothing to dressing because that shit ain't vegan. Because
You like hot wings? Yeah, I like hot wings. Are they tofu? Here you go. Carrots and celery. Boom, you done.
I like tofu with the next person, but it don't taste like chicken. Anyway, so I'm about to get off here because every time we turn around, I can add some shit to it. So I would like to thank my co-host, the beautiful Casey Clark, the lovely, as always, Leilani, and my dashing Rico Bazaar Foods. I would like for everybody to give my co-host a round of applause.
Well, thank you, everyone.
All right, I love you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you, Casey. You got to come back. I need that young energy. I need that young voice. You hear me? You got to keep coming back, baby.
Definitely.
All right. Make sure, bring your friends. Tell them to watch you on TV or whatever. You know what I mean? Anyway, so if you haven't already liked this video, this is on the replay. Y'all make sure you like this video for me. Make sure that share this video. You know what I'm saying? Every now and again, just one person. I'm gonna say it each and every time. If I can just help one person, if one person feels better, if one person feels like they can do something because they saw this video, and I'm good. I'm good. I promise you that sounds simplistic and it sounds like a lie, but my son is here and he's healthy, and I help one person be all right. I'm good. So like, comment, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell so that every time we drop a video or go live, you guys can join us. I love you guys. Thank you so much, Rico, Leilani, Casey. Thank you, everybody in the chat for the damn for the topic. I want to thank everybody who was talking. Shaylin stole one of your popcorn. That's what Leilani said. Shaylin stole one of your popcorn. Shaylin stole one of your popcorn.
Don't give my damn popcorn.
Thank you guys. I love you guys. I appreciate everybody. I appreciate everybody's comments. I appreciate everybody's opinion because mine ain't always right, and it ain't the only one. I love you guys so much. Make sure y'all go check out Leilani's Kitchen and Rico. Anybody else in the chat that has content, y'all, let's get this shit worldwide. I love you guys, and we will be back at some point. You know. All right, I love you guys. Thank you, Leilani, as always. Thank you, Rico, as always. I be waiting for you, Rico. You take it too long. What's wrong with you? You know what I'm saying?
I was just tired.
You never know. I love you guys.
Love you too. Bye, y'all.
Love you too. Bye, everybody.
Big dope on flame. I just switched the lanes. Did it again. I just flipped the pain. Dipping bass, slab on everything. Swimming you sinking away, cause I got big racks coming. I put my low racks on.
You killed this.
Ain't nobody killed nothing.
See the big lab on it until they whip my coffin. Money clip, I tossed it. I heard it's big bags on big bags on big bags coming. Coming in. Yeah.